97.3.
Give all the glory and you alone deserve it, and I was yours. More
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
.30 Monday the 17th of November 97.3 Citi FM. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Elder Emmanuel Awotri and Pastor Shea Boateng. Let's thank him. Let's bless him. Let's praise him for the gift of life. This is just not a radio program, it's a platform for leadership. What's leadership? Leadership is influence, using the power of your prominence to make a positive difference in the lives of people and the places and planets. But leadership is also a relationship, and we're here because of you. We are relevant because you listen, because you tune in every morning. It doesn't really depend on the quality of programs we do. If you chose not to tune in, there will be no Citi FM. And so this morning I want to say thank you for tuning in. Leadership is a relationship. We are leading because of our relationship with you. It's a relationship between those who aspire to lead and those who choose to follow. So it's actually your choice to tune in. It wasn't our brilliance that caused you to tune in. It was because we were relatable or you found us useful. Sometimes that relationship is one-to-one, sometimes it's one-to-many. So we have people who tune in their numbers. And in our reflections on the leadership challenge, we want want to encourage all leaders listening to the program to understand the relationship dimension of leadership. Leaders must be close enough to show they care, but far enough so they can inspire those who follow. Close enough to show they care, but far enough to show that they can inspire those who follow. It's a balancing act between closeness and inspiration. Let's apply that in every aspect of our lives. It's called Business Sense, brought to us by Stanbic Bank. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we partner with businesses driving Ghana and Africa's growth. From energy to mining, infrastructure to trade, we finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. Our partnerships with market leaders in energy, trade, and mining sectors prove that when ambition meets expertise, growth is inevitable. Call 0302815789 to speak to our CIB team or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started. Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, driving growth, creating sustainable impact. It's an interactive program that's enhanced by the quality of your feedback. We have a number of platforms. Hashtag Citi CBS. We also are on Twitter at Citi973 and our WhatsApp number 054-998-6996. Get in touch. Let's hear from you. And welcoming Godfred Akotobuafo back to the newspaper review segment, and Richard Delaskai. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. How's it going?
I'm very well. There's a lot happening. You know, last week was very, very busy.
Yeah.
With all that happened with the military recruitment, the budget was read, and Kukon Kitikiti was launched. But this week as well is going to be interesting. And we're looking forward to it as well. We have a couple of big announcements to make today. We have 2 weeks to the Agri Fair.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's getting really, really packed up. Almost 150 farmer groups want to come and sell their produce.
Powerful.
Yeah. My good friend Akolozo called me.
Akolozo?
Yeah,
What
Akolozo.
is he coming to sell or buy?
Akolozo is a farmer. He wants to come and participate fully
Oh,
in the
good.
selling.
What does he farm?
Akolozo farms everything.
Wonderful.
So
Tell him that
he's been making. Give him the number.
Yes, the number is 0558
0558
973 973.
973.
Tell Akolozo I want to see his logo.
Yes.
Big on his thing.
But when I go home, I'll remind Akolozo that I have done the needful.
Now the thing is that we need to.
Farms.
Yes, he needs to secure his seat by calling quickly and making a payment. People have said they are coming to do their pre-Christmas shopping at the end of November.
Yes.
And they are coming to buy up everything that farmers have produced that they cannot store. This program is sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, which is based in your constituency,
Yes.
Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact. So it's Friday the 28th, Saturday the 29th, Sunday the 30th of November, Efua Sutherland Children's Park, the whole day.
Beautiful.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day.
Beautiful.
Sky, how are you doing?
Actually, yesterday I received quite a lot of messaging from people within the Anglo,
Yes,
brothers and sisters reaching out.
You know what's interesting? So last week Saturday, I was in Godfred's constituency.
Okay.
This Saturday, I'm going to one of your constituencies.
Yes.
Okay, actually, it's not a constituency.
Well, I mean, my grandmother partly is from the Anglo area.
So we are organizing a small football match and doing a few things in the Anglo constituency as a follow-up to the Volta flood relief. This is a personal project myself and Richard Sky are putting up in the Galosota constituency.
Yes, and we are going to defeat you.
No, there's a football match between Aloski 11 and Sky 11.
Hey.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting indeed.
Darling, I'm going to defeat you. Yes, you will see me in number 9.
No, we are not playing, we are coaching.
I won't play the
We are
ball.
coaching.
You see, that
We are
play.
coaching. We are not playing, please.
Firmly
No, we are coaching.
behind
Now,
you.
the newspaper review segment is brought to us by Fidelity Bank. The Sika Boom is reloaded. Save 500 CDs or more and win up to 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Every 500 CD deposit gives you more chances to win 5,000 CDs every month. Visit any of our branches or agent points, deposit in multiples of 500 and win big. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey. Sika Boom
Okay,
style.
so let's take off this morning. I have the Ghanaian Times, and it comes with a photograph of the minister responsible for the interior, the Honorable Muntaka Mubarak. And the big story says would ensure seamless recruitment process. Interior Minister assuring the nation. Also on the front page this morning, 2026 budget full of cosmetic rhetorics. That's coming in from the minority with their spokesperson on finance, Dr. Amin Adam, leading the charge. And then also Jospon Group charts path towards tangible climate actions at COP30.
Front page of the Daily Graphic from Ibanat this morning. Use budget as transformative tool. Speaker charges Parliament. Also on the front page is the Assemblies of God, the General Superintendent of the Assemblies of God, Reverend Stephen Wengam. Ghana, regional beacon of hope. Africa's music stars Storm Accra for GTCO music concert.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. Hey, Atu, you failed to account for 66 million Ghana cedis doled out to NDC. Afenyo Making tells Finance Minister in Parliament, and is seen here wearing the jumper and then also the kete. Also on the front page this morning, Chado lands. Anas wins big at the Supreme Court.
Front page of the Daily Guide this morning. NPP flag bearer Prime Minister external branches fight proxy ban. Comes the photo of Joseph Osei Wusu. 2 jets, 4 helicopters purchased, cover up according to the minority. Illegal mining hotspot raided. Drugs, dynamite seized.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Publisher. Minister seeks $10 million in tax waivers for Indian firm. The Minister of Finance is here. Also on the front page, 2026 budget, government trading future growth for optics. This coming in again from the minority.
Front page of the Herald newspaper this morning. Fresh action against Amakujo clients. An alleged forgery and property manipulation case. New presidential jet transaction goes to Parliament soon. NHI to reduce out-of-pocket payments with realistic tariffs. Also on the front page is Kevin Ochre granted $20 million bail in Dubai.
The custodian says minority dissects 2025 and 2026 budgets. Fanciful allocations, poultry releases they are claiming. Also on the front page this morning, ideas will transform Ghana, not personal wealth. That is Dr. Baumia speaking on the front page.
The front page of the new publisher has Anas Arimiao. Anas says Anas wins 5-0 at Supreme Court.
Okay. The Informer says Adom Otri flees from OSP over injunction suit. His photograph is here together with that of the special prosecutor, Kessie Jabeng. Also on the front page this morning, budgets must provide roadmap for self-reliance, economic turnaround, according to Speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagman.
The front page of the Inquisitor also has the Paul Adom Otri story.
Okay. Let me take you to the Daily Gist newspaper. The big story says Mahama blows $1.2 billion on 2 presidential jets. Also on the front page this morning, NPA marks 20 years of fueling Ghana's growth. Comes with a photograph of my good friend Godwin Adwiji Tamaklo, who is the NPA chief executive.
One page of the Insight newspaper this morning, Okaikwe North Assembly heeds to cries of Abeka free pipe residents. Clears containers blocking access to homes. Also on the front page of the paper, SMG condemns Elwak massacre, blames recruitment tragedy on system failure.
There's a brilliant and forward-looking story on the front page of the News Center. AI gap is energy gap. Data centers, cloud services, and AI models all depend on uninterrupted energy supply. This is coming in from Ibrahim Mischo. And then also on the front page this morning, we're told that Ghana must close digital usage gap to boost AI growth. This is according to one Sylvia Owusu Ankoma.
Front page of the Daily Democrat, Mahama restores free fertilizer for cocoa farmers. Government declares war on illegal guns in Ghana. If
you go to the National Voice, Baumia slams cash-based politics, says Ghana needs thinkers and not spenders. Also on the front page, stalled Adenta Dodoa Road project exposes residents to dust and health risk. And some other stories on the front page.
On the front page of the Today newspaper, they've dedicated it to the CEO of Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. He's contesting the presidency of AGI. So you can check out the front page of the Today newspaper to read more.
All right.
My final newspaper this morning is the Economy Times, that says domestic financing to exceed 2026 fiscal deficit on cash basis. Also, public wage bill cut down to 33% of domestic revenue. Some other stories make the front page.
I will rush through some online headlines and I'll give each of you the chance to pick your top 3 stories for today. So, CitiNewsroom.com says declare state of emergency in Galamsey hit zones. Catholic bishops are urging government in a missive they've written after one of their main important meetings. The other story I want to highlight is Afram Plains residents demand urgent fix for a broken Agodeke ferry. You know, in those areas, they can only be reached through water. So without the ferry, it's going to be very, very difficult. And then Ghana's presidential jet returns after 8 months of repairs in France. And there's a lot of stories around this. For example, Bureau of Public Safety says the jet needs independent safety verification.
Okay.
And there are a couple of stories still around this. Then third one here, minority is demanding that Parliament summon AG to explain House bill terms for ex-appointees. And then CJ Bafoboni to be sworn in later today, to be live on Citi FM and Channel 1 TV at 2 p.m. Now, if you go to Channel 1 News Online, there's a couple of stories. Economic stability improving but still fragile. Toma and me here speaking on the big issue this weekend. Then we are told that 65% of adult Ghanaians cannot afford healthy diets. That's pretty serious. And then there's a new Ghana Medical Association president. He's called Professor Ernest York. Yes, and then the Galamsey story is also here. God's creation must be respected, not exploited. Catholics bishops are saying. My Joy Online is leading with fuel prices set to rise today as OMCs begin new adjustment cycle. And then Jet is back, but show us the proof. PSB demands independent certification of Falcon aircraft. And then there's an interesting one here. Surge in public officers presenting unearned academic titles and certificates for promotions and appointments. So there's a surge in public officers presenting unearned academic titles
As in fake.
and certificates for promotions and appointments.
Okay.
We need to keep an eye on that. I will wrap up with the High Street Journal with 3 stories. Border duty loopholes driving surge in Ghana's smuggled rice and sugar. So this smuggling matter that we raised 2-3 weeks ago is still not being dealt with. In fact, FABAC president has written a letter to the GRA boss pointing out specific places smuggling takes place and asking the government to act. Yes, I don't know what government is doing about that. There's an article here. Government rakes in 57% more revenue than projected from repealed e-levy. So the question is, was the repeal rushed? Right? And the CDD fellow enumerates the crushing cost of land to development and the need for reform. Sky, which stories caught your attention?
Well, the story about the presidential jet. Well, I want to say clearly that, look, if the presidential jet has difficulties, we don't want to experiment anything. Please, let's set aside our differences. Let's buy a new one, sell the existing one so that we can get our way
So what's
clear.
the story? The jet has returned to town after 8 months in France.
Yes. Meanwhile, the Daily Gist is claiming that Mahama to blow some $1.2 billion on 2 presidential jets. The story is by Issa Elego, and it's on page 3. Lead story says a fresh storm of controversy has erupted following the disclosure that government under President John Dramani Mahama's second term plans to acquire 2 executive jets, 4 military helicopters, and 2 offshore patrol vessels at a combined cost of some $1.2 billion. Now, the announcement revealed in the 2026 budget statement by the Minister for Finance, Kizil Atoforson, has sparked sharp criticism from the opposition New Patriotic Party in Parliament, who described the initiative as extravagant, ill-timed, and out of touch with the current economic realities. I reject all of those.
Yeah.
Look, the safety
So
of the
the
president
jet
is important.
has returned. The Bureau of Public Safety is asking for us to be sure that it is fit for purpose.
Yes.
And I think you are also saying that if we need a new jet, let's put
just buy
politics
it, yes.
aside and just buy it to run the state. So that's your first big story. What else caught your attention today?
There's also a story having to do with the Interior Minister. This actually happened last week on Friday, but it has to do with recruitment. And if you go into the story, the
After
minister,
the death of the 6 people.
exactly, the minister is basically saying that there are reforms that have been executed by his ministry, which will be rolled into action to ensure that recruitment is seamless, is fair, and is transparent.
Don't forget that his ministry is interior. So police, prisons, and fire service.
Yeah.
It's defense ministry that oversees what happened last week that led to the death.
Exactly.
Is there any story on an update on how they are going to do the Accra recruitment? Because it was suspended last week.
Yeah, there's nothing, no movement on that.
But Muntaka is saying that recruitment will change.
Exactly.
In the way it's done. Akoto, what is...
I'm staying with that on page 53 of the Daily Graphic, who say that after the Owak tragedy, the government offers recruitment slots.
Yeah, that we know from last week.
Yes, victims' families. So that is one story that has caught my attention, and it comes along with a notice in the Daily Graphic on page 60 from the Ministry of the Interior, recruitment into the internal security agencies, and they give you the processes and through which you can apply. But why are we still selling forms, though?
There's a different view on this, and some retired soldiers sent me an article and said sometimes we misunderstand the way they go about the recruitment.
Okay.
So we publish that so people understand some of the loopholes that people also exploit to get. So they are basically claiming that some of this is beyond the control of those who are doing the immediate recruitment.
The
We'll
selling
get
of
into
the forms.
details. I'm not sure.
Okay, let me stay with MPP then. Let me take you to front page of the Daily Guide, because their primaries are getting close, getting pretty heated. On page 3 of the Daily Guide, the external branches of the opposition New Patriotic Party have petitioned the National Executive Committee to overturn a directive by the Presidential Elections Committee banning proxy voting in the party's upcoming presidential primary. In a petition dated November 10, 2025 and signed by chairpersons of all 30 recognized external branches, the group described the directive as unconstitutional, discriminatory, and a direct attempt to disenfranchise legitimate delegates who live and work outside Ghana.
Well, for me, the story that's big for me is the border duty loophole driving surge in Ghana's smuggled rice and imports. Now, the High Street Journal has been covering this, as have we, the newsroom of Citi. It says while Ghanaians go about their daily lives, filling plates with rice and sweetening their tea with sugar, the very staples of many households are being overshadowed by illegal imports. Local producers and traders who work tirelessly to supply these essential goods are struggling to survive in a market flooded with smuggled products. The Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, FABAG, says the cause is very clear. Who benefits from the negligence? While legitimate businesses pay their taxes, adhere to regulations and create employment, they now bear the brunt of unfair competition. Now, this is because there's an article written, or a letter that Reverend John Awuni has written to the Minister of Finance, copied to the GRA boss, and basically pointing the specific places that this smuggling takes place. They are urging urgent government action, including a nationwide crackdown by GRA customs, enhanced border management with digital monitoring, tighter coordination between the Ministry of Trade, National Security and Border Patrol units, and a fair view of import taxes and tariffs to level the playing field. I'll try and focus on this later today. If unchecked, FABAG cautioned smuggling could devastate Ghana's formal food import sector and domestic rice production, depriving workers and farmers of income and the state of vital revenue. I'm not hearing the force from government on smuggling. You know, I don't feel it. I don't know whether the problem is too big or they don't see the way FABAG is presenting it. There seems to be some lackadaisical attitude towards the smuggling issue, which I think we should push.
Yeah, that's right. It's an issue that we seriously have to deal with. Still talking about the economy and whether we are hemorrhaging money or collecting money. Go to page 2 of the Ghanaian Publisher. There's a story there. One of their lead stories says 2026 budget, government trading future growth for optics. But the story actually talks about tax waiver. Now, Yao Bing Menu writes that a new tax waiver request submitted to Parliament by the Finance Minister, Dr. Atuk Hazel Forson, has ignited a heated debate over the government's decision to grant Tata Consultancy Services some $10 million in withholding tax waiver. Now, the request forms part of President John Dramani Mahama's budget addendum, which Speaker Bagbin has referred to the Finance Committee for the necessary consideration. Now, critics have questioned the fairness and prudence of granting such a substantial tax exemption for a contract valued at $28 million, particularly when the contractor is not directly financing the project. Now, observers have highlighted that local firms such as Axon Information Systems, which has managed the domestic revenue mobilization for the Ghana Revenue Authority since 2021 and consistently exceeded revenue targets, have never received comparable tax incentives despite their proven track record and outstanding payments owed. And this is particularly important because you monitor the NDC now in government, their opposition to the former tax waivers issued.
I actually asked her to forcing this, and he was trying to explain that in one of the cases, it was old tax waiver that they had renegotiated to reduce, but we can stay on it. Now, I want to bring you two church-related stories. Declare state of emergency in Galamsey hit zones. Catholic bishops are urging government. They issued a communique at the end of their annual plenary assembly in Damongo in Savannah. The conference described the scale of ecological destruction caused by Galamsey as, quote, a profound moral crisis and a spiritual challenge. They are calling for the government to adopt a far more radical measure in fighting against illegal mining. I find it very curious that for very basic things like the fight against Galamsey, the fight against smuggling, civil societies have to urge the government to do what it has been empowered to do. And I feel it's there's an issue there. The bishop stressed that a synodal church recognizes creation not as a resource to be exploited, but as a covenantal partner deserving of respect and care.
What does that mean?
And they start listing the figures in Galamsey, and they are calling a number of things. They call on the president to declare tougher interventions, including a state of emergency in high-risk illegal mining zones, swift and impartial prosecution of offenders regardless of political ties, full reclamation of lands destroyed by illegal mining, and transparent national reporting on water quality, forest cover, and food safety. The other church-related story is in Ghanaian Times, page 13. World Assemblies of God Congress to be hosted in Accra. Assemblies of God Ghana has launched the 2026 World Assemblies of God Congress with a call to advance the global church's evangelism and mission. It will take place October 14 to 16 next year, which will draw more than 10,000 pastors, ministers, and church leaders.
Beautiful.
Imagine the effect on our tourism sector, hotels. Speaking at the launch, the chairman of the World Assemblies of God Fellowship, Reverend Dominic Yu, said the event was a divinely appointed opportunity for Ghana and the global church to renew their mandate of reaching every nation with the gospel. Godfrey,
well, let me take you to the Inquisitor. They have some interesting stories in their general news section. 65% of adult Ghanaians cannot afford healthy diets. Up to 65% of adult Ghanaians are unable to afford a healthy diet daily. According to Professor
65%.
Anna Lati, a professor of nutrition at the University of Ghana. She made this known at a sensitization workshop in Accra, dubbed Beyond the Dialogues, tracking Ghana's commitments to transform its food systems. Professor Lati explained that healthy foods were more expensive than junk foods, which made people opt for them. For example, she said fruits and vegetables were far more expensive than sugar-laced drinks and fast foods. So you can get the paper.
so
Also,
now, the poorer you are, the less healthy you eat.
yes.
That's a big issue.
Yes.
We should not let go easily.
And the Daily Graphic also has some stories I wanted to give you
Like which one?
from the sub-region, actually, that I think are important. So if you go to page 5, for instance, Cote d'Ivoire grapples with Malian refugee influx. And the Daily Graphic's editorial today also deals with security in coastal West Africa.
Meanwhile, your friend Howard French has put up an article that describes what is happening in Mali from a very different angle.
Okay.
So he basically says, in March 2022, when one of the 3 Sahel countries cut ties with France, it was the beginning of their independence from Western control. And it's a very interesting view
on it.
of the situation, because when you read Western media, it's basically Armageddon in Bamako. Basically, Mali is trapped. But according to his article, this is actually the freeing of Africa from Western domination, starting with Mali. so
if you go to Cote d'Ivoire, they have strengthened security along their northern border.
So he says the moment the post-colonial domination of Africa finally ended, he says on February 18, 2022, Mali's military rulers asked French troops to leave the country without delay. This is the moment West Africa's Sahelian countries embarked on the true journey of independence. So this is going to be an interesting view.
Professor French has a new book out. You should read it.
Yeah, so last one, fuel price.
Let me take you to fuel price because that story is on page 6 of the Daily Gist newspaper. The story says fuel price hike imminent. It's by Issa Olego again. It says Ghanaian motorists and households are bracing for a fresh wave of fuel price increases starting Saturday, November 16, 2025, as the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers warns of impending hikes in petrol, diesel, and liquefied petroleum gas. In a statement issued on Thursday, COPEC's Executive Secretary Duncan Amwa cited persistent upward pressure from rising global crude oil prices and continued depreciation of the Ghana cedi as the key drivers receivers of these
Well,
adjustments?
MPA marks 20 years.
Yes.
I was thinking they would dash us this round.
Charlie,
They'll
I
say,
don't know.
On
God
the
will.
occasion of our 20th Mr. Tamaklo, on the occasion of your 20th anniversary, you say,
20 gallons each would be a bad idea.
we all take our gallon and go and collect. You know, two Channel 1 correspondents in the northern region, Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira and Shawana Yusuf, have been honored at the 5th Northern Journalists Association, Ghana Journalists Association Awards in Tamale.
Yeah.
Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira, the station's Northeast Regional Correspondent, won the Road Safety Reporter of the Year.
Powerful.
And Shawana Yusuf, the station's Northern Regional Bureau Chief, received the Best Reporter in Water, Sanitation and Hygiene. Wash.
Oh, powerful.
Yeah, this was a good one.
No, they are doing very, very well.
So send them something small.
We'll give them some mumu.
Send them something small to back the award. It's not easy, my brother. Yeah. So, by the way, what's happening to Nigeria in the World Cup?
They didn't qualify.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm so happy.
They don't have any other route.
No, they have to just buy Blaster jersey.
They should wear a jersey.
Yesterday in their churches they said prayers. So
Yeah, but the DRC people were doing things.
We are doing football.
They were doing things. But you know,
Mazembe.
DPS, they've not qualified yet too.
Yes, they have to go through the intercontinental phase.
It's
Where
serious.
now Bolivia have
Bolivia,
qualified.
Iraq.
New Caledonia has qualified. We don't know yet who's coming
It's
from
only
Asia.
one that's going.
Yes, from there.
So South America, Asia, the Middle East,
Yes,
and Africa.
yeah, the American side will also.
So they have to just win 2 matches.
Yes, so there'll be a playoff there too.
DRC.
Yeah.
But
I think they look the strongest.
Yeah, DRC
because
look
they
good.
might. I think of the countries that will go there, they might have the highest rank.
We are praying for them.
Yeah, we are praying for them.
Nigeria.
But
Good
Charlie-
team,
solid, Charlie.
They have a good team.
But
The,
the
Nigerian,
penalty
the Nigerian
takes
coach
nowhere
said that
somewhere.
they
are doing
they
things.
use something that
It's not somewhere.
they use
They use something African electronics.
Jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Yeah. So where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go too small.
Go.
Anna, Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Sika boom. Fidelity Bank say save and win. Muntio. Sika boom. Just deposit and begin. Sika Beyeto. Every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits, gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey! 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Sika boom.
This is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
7 o'clock City Business News with Valex Lees and EcoBank. Nilati is here with the news. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. It's the Monday edition of the breakfast edition of City Business News, brought to you by MTN, Valex and EcoBank. Coming up, you will be paying more for fuel today as pump prices increase again. Also in this package, Fabak raises alarm over smuggled rice and sugar flooding the local market. Plus, Ghanaians demand more economic cushioning despite government's move to ease tax burdens in the 2026 budget. Many thanks indeed for your time. I am Ni Latte. Details now. Consumers of petroleum products should prepare to pay more at the pumps as fuel prices are expected to rise in the second pricing window of November 2025, which has already kicked in. Petrol, diesel, and LPG will all experience fresh increases, reversing the short-lived relief consumers enjoyed at the start of the month. The upward adjustment is due to movements in international market prices and a slight weakening of the cedi against major trading currencies. The increase follows a first November window that delivered marginal relief to motorists, with pump prices edging down only slightly across most outlets of oil marketing companies. New projections from the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers indicate that the expected adjustment will reverse those brief declines driven largely by higher international product prices despite a modest appreciation of the cedi. Retail prices for petrol are expected to rise by 3.38% to 12 Ghana cedis 59 pesos per litre, while diesel is set for a sharper jump of about 9.81%, with pump price projected at 13 Ghana cedis 71 pesos per litre. The projected retail price of LPG is expected to average 11 Ghana cedis 87 pesos per kilogram. COPEC indicated that actual pump prices may fluctuate slightly within a 5% margin of these estimates. With this development, oil marketing companies may have to absorb part of the expected increases by cutting into their margins to avoid passing the full burden of the steep adjustments onto consumers. And that report taking us to the forex market this morning, where the dollar is trading at 12 cedis 40 pesos, the British pound at 16 cedis 30 pesos. That of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis 20 pesos. We guided. These are rates from forex bureaus and not the Bank of Ghana's published interbank rates. Now, the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, that's FABAC, is sounding the alarm over what it calls an increasing takeover of Ghana's rice and sugar markets by smugglers. FABAC says huge quantities of untaxed and unregulated rice and sugar are pouring into the country, mainly through unapproved entry route at Aplao on the Togo border and Elubo along the Ivory Coast corridor. The surge in smuggling, the association says, is crippling legitimate importers and local distributors and draining millions of cedis in potential revenue from the state. Executive Chairman of FABAC, John Awuni, tells Citi Business News that genuine businesses are being pushed to the brink as the cheaper smuggled goods dominate the market.
This activity is making the government lose massively and also create a lot of food safety issues, as most of these food items that come into the country are uncertified by our regulatory authorities. It is therefore very, very important at this point in time for the Commissioner General of the Ghana Customs, also by the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Trade, to intervene and ensure that this illegitimate activity is halted and stopped. It is as urgent as anything, and we cannot just wait a minute for this thing to be resolved.
John Awuni is Executive Chairman of the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana. You are still listening to the breakfast edition of Citi Business News here on 97.3 Citi FM with me, Ni Lati. Let's move on now. And government decision to scrap the COVID-19 levy and ease some tax burdens has been received with mixed reactions. While sections of the public see the tax cuts as a welcome relief, others say the budget risks becoming another list of unfulfilled promises if government fails to deliver on implementation. Citi Business News' Daniel Sakite has been interacting with the public who are calling for more concrete action to match the policy proposals.
Finance Minister Dr. Ato Forson, presenting the 2026 budget, outlined a focused policy agenda aimed at unlocking private investment, diversifying the economy, and delivering inclusive job-rich growth. As part of these measures, he announced the abolition of the COVID-19 levy and introduced major reforms to the VAT regime. For many Ghanaians, these announcements are welcome news.
I'm very happy because COVID-19 is over. I would say it's over. It's no longer really affecting Ghana as of now, and so there's no need to be paying COVID-19 levy. And the government, the president, or the NDC promised that when they come to power, they are going to scrap it off, and they did. including the what do we call it, e-levy and the lotteries one. So I think they have done well. It's very good. Yeah.
With the government touting improved macroeconomic indicators achieved through fiscal discipline, some members of the public want this trajectory sustained into 2026.
I hope to see that things turn out very well or successfully. I'm hoping that people are able to make good sales, have profits, and be able to as well live some comfortable life.
However, not all reactions have been positive. Some Ghanaians are criticizing the 9% adjustment to the national daily minimum wage and expressing concerns over the slow rollout of the 24-hour economy initiative, which they believe is crucial for job creation.
We don't want to do a partisan politics. We should do national politics, because the 24-hour economy, as they claim that it's going to be 3 shifts. How can you allocate 100 and something million? Can it cater for this 3 shifts?
Daniel Sakite's report. Meantime, the technical advisor at the Ministry of Finance, Dr. Theo A. Champon, says the 2026 budget is both credible and achievable, insisting that it is a solid blueprint for driving Ghana's next phase of economic growth. Speaking to Citi Business News, Dr. Theo A. Champon expressed confidence that the measures outlined by the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasayala Toforsin, including targeted investments and improved fiscal discipline, provide a practical path to meeting the country's medium to long-term economic goals.
In my view, this budget is a credible budget. And when we say a credible budget, what do I mean? So if you look at what the World Bank puts out, and then even what an organization called the International Budget Partnership puts out, again, let me read. A credible budget, or what does budget credibility mean? It means that it is defined as the government's ability to meet its revenue and expenditure targets during the fiscal year. A credibly implemented budget has only small deviations from the approved, both in terms of overall expenditure and revenues, and then also in terms of allocation. So 2 things there. We want to see you implementing what you say you want to do on the revenue and expenditure front, but also importantly when it comes to budget execution, the allocation bit, making sure that monies are going to the right sectors to support those strategic priorities that you say you're going to do, that tends to or would happen.
You heard Dr. Theo A. Champon, technical advisor at the Ministry of Finance. Now, government's latest Treasury bill auction has fallen significantly short of its target, again signaling continued weak investor appetite despite a recent uptick in yields. The Treasury mobilized about 30% below its target of 5.68 billion Ghana cedis. The undersubscription signals cautious investor behavior influenced by tight liquidity conditions and uncertainty ahead of the year end. Though yields inched up slightly, that improvement was not enough to pull in the expected volume of investment.
Latest data published by the Bank of Ghana shows that the 91-day bill led the auction with 3 billion Ghana cedis in bids, out of which 2.97 billion Ghana cedis was accepted. The 182-day bill attracted 613 million Ghana cedis, with 608 million Ghana cedis accepted, while the 306-day bill drew 257 million Ghana cedis, of which 254 million Ghana cedis was accepted. Yields rose slightly across the curve, with the 91-day bill increasing by 10 basis points to 11% from 10.92% the previous week. The 182-day bill inched up by 5 basis points to 12.66% from 12.61%, while the 364-day bill went up by 6 basis points to 13%. Analysts note that demand for institutional investors remains subdued as T-bill returns continue to lag behind alternative assets like fixed deposits and equities. In an effort to bridge the shortfall in its auction, the Treasury has been taking on slightly higher yield bids, contributing to the modest rise in rates across the curve. Looking ahead, the Treasury plans to raise 6.42 billion Ghana cedis across the 3 short-term maturities in its next auction.
Nete Ajaho ending the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. Many thanks for listening. We have more news for you on citynewsroom.com. ecobank.com/business. I am Ni Latte. Do have a good business day.
The Kakamotobi come out in the festive season, and they are as scary as our bills. But we don't want to miss out on parties, family, and festivals. Whether you say Akwaba, Maraba, Wezo, or Obake, EcoBank says tap into Vibes in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes. 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers, and more. That's not all. Use your EcoBank card, mobile app, USSD, or POS to transact and enjoy up to 15% discount. Tap into Vibes with EcoBank. T's and C's apply. Bill shouldn't scare you. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card, or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. I repeat, or call 0244-644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509-551-609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
October 2020.
We're getting into kickoff.
I give my heart and make I love.
Bring you news in sports. 22. But just gone by was the breakfast edition of the City Business News, brought to you by Valex Lease and EcoBank. Attention schools, offices, print hubs, etc. Why buy a photocopier when you can lease and print unlimited? Valex Lease Equip Limited is Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing service. From just 983 Ghana cedis a month, you can lease a reliable multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited with free paper included. That's not all. You enjoy free toners and cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, plus nationwide coverage all across 16 regions. So stop spending big on machines, paper, repairs, and maintenance. Switch to Valex CDs and keep your cash for what matters. Visit valexcds.com or call 0244-644048. We have customized payment options available. So Valex Lease Equip limited affordable document management solutions. So this festive season, bills shouldn't scare you because you can enjoy free cash from EcoBank in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Simply deposit in multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to build points and enter a draw for a chance to win your share of 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes, including 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers, and multiples of 10,000 Ghana cedis. Customers who transact with their EcoBank card or use the digital platforms will enjoy up to 15% discount on rides, experiences, events, and more. So don't miss out. Tap into Vibes and be one of the 10,000 lucky winners in the EcoBank 5-star enjoyment promo. Deposit more, enjoy more. Promo runs till January 31, 2026. It's supervised by the NLA on its Caritas lottery platform. EcoBank will never ask for your PIN or password. When in doubt, call 0800 003225 for assistance. EcoBank is a Pan-African bank.
Call me if you get wahala, make you call.
Gabby Affair is here, looking dapper as always, ready to serve you a kickoff. That's brought to you by Shell V Power. How do you want your engine to feel today? Confident, protected, ready to perform. Let's talk about Shell V Power. It's got Dynaflex technology specially formulated to clean and protect your engine, giving it that boost it needs. It's designed to remove performance-robbing deposits so that your engine performs at its best. Fill up with Shell V Power at a Shell service station near you and feel performance, confidence, and protection over and over again. Feel unbeatable because the best choice feels just right. Feel the feeling with Shell V Power. Shell, go well. The Shell Ghana is 15 years old. For 15 years, you, our cherished customers, have trusted us to improve lives across the country. We say a heartfelt thank you to you, our community, our partners, our customers. You've made the journey possible. We are looking forward to the future with confidence, knowing that with Shell, lives will improve. Visit any of our branches or simply call 02700 40799 for any of our financial solutions. The Shell Ghana, 15 years of improving lives and still counting. Gabby Ofe, Gabriel Isaac Ofe. Kick off.
And of course, it's the captain, Chancellor Mbemba, the man who scored the semi-final winner against Cameroon, the man who almost scored a winner in this final, steps up and scores! And the Democratic Republic of Congo have made it into the Interconfederation playoffs. They take this 4-3 in the penalty shootout. And a team that has never made it to the World Cup under their current name are a step closer.
Right, drama in Rabat, heartbreak for the Super Eagles, and joy for the Democratic Republic of Congo after seeing off Nigeria 4-3 on penalties at the Moulay Hassan Stadium last night in Rabat. To get some more reactions in the bulletin also coming up.
Strand Larsen, and still going, brilliant run, great goal. Well, that really does set the seal on it. Italy are beaten and Norway are heading to the World Cup in style.
All right, so Jørgen Strand Larsen and Erling Haaland with big goals for Norway as they also qualify for the World Cup for the first time in 28 years. A lot more in the next 10 minutes on 97.3. Before we get into the details, we're on the wings of Zonda GH, Shell V Power, Polytan Ghana, and Let's Improve Life. Alright, I'm Gabby Ofe. Let's start off from Rabat, and DR Congo kept their 2026 FIFA World Cup dream alive after beating Nigeria 4-3 on penalties in Rabat on Sunday night following a 1-1 draw after extra time in the African playoff final. Franco Nyeka gave the Super Eagles a third-minute lead, but Meshak Elea leveled in the 32nd minute after 120 minutes. Captain Chancellor Mbemba converted the decisive sports kick to send the Leopards into March Interconfederation playoff in Mexico. Now, before DR Congo's last penalty kick, Nigeria's head coach Eric Shell was seen confronting a technical member from the opposite end. Eric Shell was asked about that move on the touchline.
Eric, coming towards the end of the game, I could see that you were a bit frustrated with maybe some of the DR Congo staff members. Could you give us an update on what happened there?
During all the penalty decision, a guy of Congo did some voodoo. Every time. So this is why I was a little nervous after him.
Yeah. What did you see?
Yeah, something like that. With the I don't know if it's a water or something like that. So I don't. Quel est votre message?
Wow, that's some wild allegations from Nigeria's head coach Eric Shell after his side got kicked out of the playoffs. Well, let's get some reactions from the Nigerians after failing to qualify for the World Cup.
It's not funny because I see no reason why we have to wait for another 4 years before we can. The next one step is not sure it's not even sure. 2022, the same thing happened. 2025, the same thing happened. What is happening? The only thing giving us hope in this country. In fact, it's so traumatizing that at least if you guys know that this is how it's going to end, we should have just left in the group stage. We should have not just advanced.
See, they not born any of our papa where for me to beg you to play for Nigeria. They no born any of una. When they call you, if you know say you no one play, no one. It is better for me today, to go and pick Remo Stars, Rivers United, Ikorodu Citi FC players and put in the midfield than the people who I see today for the midfield. Somebody is telling me the coach would have done. You see, God bless us with better coach. You see, Eric Chell is one of the coaches that you can beat your chest and say he goes into a game reading his opponent.
Wow, so that's some Nigerians reacting after that team failed to qualify for the Interconfed playoffs. But let's take a listen to Nigeria's captain William Troost-Ekong after failing to progress to the next stage.
How do you feel? We're devastated as a team. I'm really proud of the boys. These are moments where there's so much emotion. The boys gave it everything. It's not just this game, the games before, the last 10 months. We went out fighting. It wasn't good enough today, but I think there's so much positive still to take from here. There's an AFCON around the corner in 1 month's time. And I've seen so many players stand up, become leaders, the experience that they gained throughout this qualification. And I think the future of this team is bright. We have so many young players also here. And they still have time to be at the next World Cup. But today is a really tough day, and all of us are really feeling it. We want to be at the World Cup, and it didn't work out that way. But I think, like I said, we're really proud of the team.
All right, so that's Nigeria's captain William Troost-Ekong speaking there. And so no World Cup for the Nigerians. They would have to be at the the AFCON in Morocco. Well, let's head to South Korea now. And the Black Stars held their first training session in Seoul yesterday as they prepare to take on South Korea later on Tuesday. That game is at 10 a.m. Ghana time, 7 p.m. South Korean time. Coach Otoado will be without Antoine Semenyo and Mohamed Salisu, who returned to their clubs after suffering injuries, joining Francis Abu, who is already out with a fracture. And speaking of Francis Abu, he successfully underwent surgery in Japan following that severe injury he suffered during Friday's international friendly against the Japanese. Now, according to the GFA, one of its physiotherapists will stay behind in Japan to support Francis through his intensive early stage recovery program. The association also has arranged for a GFA official to accompany him back to France once he's discharged. Now, the Swag Awards on Saturday night, the Black Stars duo Antoine Semenyo and Benjamin Asari emerged as two of the biggest winners at the star-studded 50th Sports Writers Association of Ghana Awards on Saturday night. Ghana's male 4x100 meter relay team was also crowned the National Team of the Year after a sensational season on the track. Veteran Sudan national team coach James Kwesi Appiah and the prestigious Coach of the Year award. And for this one, it went to the University for Development Studies, that's EDS football team, champions of the 2024 FISU World Championship. They received SWAC's highest honor, that's the SWAC Football Personality of the Year, after their historic triumph in China. While in the Ghana Premier League, Hearts of Oak played out a goalless draw with Swede All Blacks. Bibiani Gold Stars also beat Kerala United by 1-0. Hearts of Lions defeated Young Apostles 2-0. Midiama beat 11 Wonders by 2-1. Results that sends them to the top of the table. Yes, Midiama's head coach Ibrahim Tanko.
Looking at the important points today, I think, of course, we are on course. But the game itself, honestly, in the first half, we didn't do well. We lost a lot of balls. The energy was down. But I think in the second half, 50-50. But I mean, we managed to get the win. I think that's the most important. And I congratulate the boys.
All right, so that's Media's head coach Ibrahim Tanko speaking there. Well, some more results. Dreams FC edged Hoho United by 1-0. Brekum Chelsea beat Nations by 2-1. At the Barbara Sports Stadium, Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Diana Stars played out a 1-0 draw. Yes, Diana's coach Chioba Aristika.
You see, sometime in the game, our team control the game. The first 30 minutes, you have another one opportunity or two opportunity from the game, from the score. After Kotoko is come back, you have the Kotoko have the player, individual, very good player. But Adwana Star today is the better team what play together inside in the pitch. I am happy what I see inside in the pitch. Play two team very good football. And you take the 1 point, but let's see what is the positive.
All right, so that's Chioba Aristika, the head coach for Gianna Football Club. Well, let's take you to Europe and big night for Erling Haaland because he scored 2 goals in as many minutes as Norway cemented their return to World Cup for the first time in 28 years and start with victory over Italy. The Norwegians beat Estonia on Thursday to all but secure their place at next year's tournament, but Italy needed to win by 9-goal margin to pinch first place. Well, Bruno Fernandes and João Neves both scored hat-tricks as Portugal also secured their place at the 2026 World Cup in an emphatic fashion by thrashing Armenia 9-1. Ukraine scored 2 late goals to qualify for the World Cup playoffs at the expense of Iceland. Harry Kane also scored twice in the second half as England beat Albania to complete a flawless World Cup qualifying campaign with 8 wins from 8. The Three Lions were already qualified as group winners, and Thomas Tuchel made 7 changes to the side that beat Serbia at Wembley on Thursday. Yes, England boss Thomas Tuchel.
Because we grew together, and I care for the players. I love the players. I love their attitude. I love their investment, how they bought into these camps from the start. And then we had a little dip in June. From September we just took step after step almost on a daily basis.
All right, so that's England boss Thomas Tuchel speaking there. Now, before I leave, let's do some tennis. And Italy's Yannick Sinner finished the season with a trophy for his second year in a row. The Italian is now the 2025 ATP Finals champion after beating Spain's Carlos Alcaraz. Yannick Sinner is just the 4th player to defend the men's singles title this century, joining Leighton Hewitt, Roger Federer, and Novak Djokovic. Well, that's the very latest in the world of sports. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on YouTube at City Sports Ghana. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Shell V Power, Zonda GH, Polytan Ghana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Ofer. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, we improve your life.
I'm telling you, my brother has scored more goals than Asamoah Gyan.
What? This is impossible.
Check the stats.
What stats? Where can I start? I have seen everything from 1986.
Funny thing about us Ghanaians, we'll argue for 3 days straight, but numbers always settle the matter. So instead of just telling you about better fuels, let's do the math. The new Shell Fuel Save lasts up to 15 kilometers longer per tank. The new Shell V Power cleans 100% of your engine's critical parts.
Now that's better by far.
The next time you think of filling up, choose new and improved Shell Fuels.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra.
That side hustle you started as an extra stream of income could be your ticket to financial freedom if you treat it right. Don't just spend that extra income. Save a part, invest a part. Let Petra help you structure it so it works for your future. Because financial freedom isn't about being rich, it's about being ready. Ready for your next chapter, ready for your dreams, ready for life. And that's what Petra is here for, to help you move from hustle to structure to freedom. So let's do life together. Dial *44*70# to speak to an advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Lakeside Estate is calling all business owners, institutions, and HR heads. Want to give your employees more than just a paycheck? Give them a place to call home. At Lakeside Estate, we're making it easy for companies to support their staff with beautiful lifestyle choice and affordable homes through flexible payment plans, staff financing, and mortgage options. Whether it's a 2-bedroom starter home, 3 bedrooms, or a spacious family home, Lakeside Estate has the perfect package for your team. Strong structures, modern finishes, and a vibrant community all are waiting. Let's partner together to give a lifetime value for your staff. Call our sales experts on 050-141-8622 or 050-859-8931 or visit lakesideestate.com. Lakeside Estate, quality homes for all.
Make a choice. Go for it. You need support to achieve. A new verse awaits you. The Republic Verse, where you're treated as uniquely as you are. Succeed, thrive, outshine yourself. This is our verse, the Republic Verse. Join the Republic Verse and big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Is that not my daughter's picture and name on your school's billboard?
Oh, yes.
But why? Is that how things are done?
Oh, madam, but I thought you would be happy to see your child's picture on display by the school. She's a star.
Star for what? Look, take that billboard down right now. My child and I need to know when our personal information is being shared, how it is shared, and what it is used for in any organization. It is my daughter's personal space and her privacy matters. Why would you do that?
Madam, please, exercise patience.
Assert your privacy rights. Request erasure. Restrict the use of your information. You can give and withdraw consent to the collection, usage, and disclosure of your information from any organization. It's your rights. It's the law. Privacy is everyone's responsibility. To learn about your rights and more, visit www.dataprotection.org.gh or call 0256 301533. Remember, privacy is personal.
More Cerelac for your city. More goodness for your baby. What are we talking about? The new 300-gram Cerelac Wheat pouch. It's the same great Cerelac you love, now in a convenient 300-gram pouch for easy refilling of your Cerelac tin. Get the new 300-gram Cerelac Wheat pouch today to refill, save, and smile. More goodness, less cost. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the Electroland Xmas Picky Warmer promotion. Citi is appreciating and Electroland is offering. Buy Nasco LED TV from 699 Ghana cedis, and when you buy Nasco French door, you get a free 5-gas cooker. Buy Nasco 425-liter chest freezer and get free 24-inch TV. Now buy the 545 to 800-liter Nasco chest freezers and get free tabletop fridge. Buy selected TCL smart TVs and get free TV wall bracket, air purifier, air and professional monitor. Or you can buy TCL side-by-side fridge and get free 24-inch LED TV. Buy the Samsung QLED 4K Neo TVs from 65 to 100 inch and get your free music frame wireless speaker. Buy Samsung DuraCool Twin Cooling Plus and get free blender or 4-burner gas cooker. Now rush to Electroland showrooms or authorized dealers in Ghana. Call 050-315-9339 or visit www.electrolandgh.com.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's alright with me.
7:38. It's already started as a lovely day, and we hope it continues that way.
And I know it's gonna be
Happy birthday greetings coming through Robert Marshall Benning of Temple Advisory, coming in from your wife and children. They wish you God's protection and blessings in the year ahead. Robert Marshall Benning of Temple Advisory. Your wife and children are wishing you a fantastic, blessed day. There's also another wish coming to you from Bassanio Mavis and the girls. So that's from a friend of yours as well. On the occasion of your birthday today, the 17th of November, kindly send a happy birthday shout out to my amazing wife, Lady Pastor Nada Ola Dake, or Dake. Sweetheart, today the children Daniel, Kadesi, Fafa, and Eli, and I celebrate your kindness and your strength. May God lift you high and bless you beyond measure. Happy birthday, my love. Enjoy a special day.
then I look at you.
Happy birthday to Selom Enoch Ahogba. You are 28 years old today. Help me wish him good luck and God's blessings from Harrison the father, Rosemary the mom, Jejom Yenam, and the entire family.
A lovely
Happy birthday to Hajia Hanatu Abubakar Bimi, Director of Administration of the Ghana Free Zones Authority. Coming in from Ralph. to Hajia Hanatu Abubakar Bimi, Director of Administration, Ghana Free Zones Authority.
And happy birthday to you, Betty Okuya, a son of Japan Motors and a member of PIWC Onyinase Godfred Pasika and Sarah. Wishing you a day as bright as your smile as you celebrate another year of your life. We pray for abundant blessings, more grace, and a long life, fulfilling life ahead. Always remember, we are with you through the thick and the thin. Enjoy your special day, sis. Happy birthday, Betty. Glorious birthday to Godfred Kwame Ajoyi of ECG Adenta District, aka Let's Go Fishing Ghana. Enjoy a new age. The sky is the limit. Ghana's #1 angler. May your hooks never come out of the ocean empty. Happy birthday, fisherman. This is from GSTS 99-year group. Belated birthday greetings to Josephine Badu Deborah Esuman of Customs Headquarters Accra. Celebrated birthday last Saturday, 15th November. We're wishing you God's choicest blessings on this special occasion. Happy New Age from Abeku Dennis. Abeku Dennis, okay. Good morning, Bernard and team. Happy birthday to my wife. Thanks for loving us, even on the days when we act like full-time PhD courses. We love you. From Prince Asare of VRA to Erica Lois Asare of, VRA to GRA.
There's a lot of those. I have a lot of couples who work in public sector. Seems like they can synchronize their calendars. Now, there's an urgent letter written by the Food and Beverage Association to the Minister of Finance, and I'm going to ask you to read that later on. But the requests you just read are sponsored by MasterCard. Leave cash in the past, go to your bank and switch to MasterCard. You can pay either by inserting your card, tapping or scanning. Helps you make payments on the go and shop anywhere at any time. And for 20 years, Dejoyo Ghana has helped families turn houses into homes with pools that bring people together, whether it's weekend fun, fitness, or relaxation. A Dejoyo pool is built for memories that last a lifetime. And here's something special. We built your dream pool in just 18 days with our world-class French filtration technology. Your pool stays crystal clear, safe, and easy to maintain. No need to spend so much time cleaning instead of enjoying. Join the thousands of happy families who've trusted Dejoyo for 2 decades. Call 020-2601-650 or go to www.desjoyauxgh.com. 20 years of quality care and 20 years of joy, quality, and care. Delivering dream pools in just 18 days. Are you planning that big end of year service or a must attend event? Don't let communication slow your momentum. With Wiggle Vision's voice and SMS services, you can reach thousands of people in just seconds. Send personalized voice messages, instant reminders, event updates, and registration confirmations, all with one click. No internet? No problem. Wiggle's reliable USSD voice and bulk SMS platforms keep everyone connected anytime and anywhere. Call 054-664-1768 or visit frog.wiggle.com.gh for more information. Wiggle Vision, connecting people, powering events. Christmas came early with Volkswagen Ghana. Save up to 50,000 cedis depending on the vehicle you buy by either calling or WhatsApping VW Ghana for more information about their range of models, including the Virtus, the T-Cross, the T1, the Allspace, the new Touareg, the Terramont, and the Amarok. You deserve a brand new car. Take advantage now. VW, terms and conditions apply. And Zenith Bank Ghana is turning everyday spending into rewards. From November 2025 to January 31, 2026, spend up to 10,000 cedis with your Zenith MasterCard debit or prepaid card and be rewarded with shopping vouchers. Now, whether you're shopping, buying groceries, paying bills, or enjoying a night out, every transaction brings you closer to being rewarded. And the best part, rewards are giving out at the end of each month during the campaign period. So what are you waiting for? Use your Zenith MasterCard, spend more, and win more. Go to zenithbank.com.gh for more information.
So good morning, Ghana. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Trisco. It's enriched with NF4, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B vitamins, vitamin C, D, iron, and many more. At just 2 Ghana cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to rich, delightful chocolatey taste of Trisco and power that dream. Don't wait. Head to your nearest store and grab your Trisco. It's good for 2 Ghana cedis. Your little kids love them too, so go grab yours now and power your dream. SG Ghana Visa card can do way more for you. It's your key to smarter, more convenient payments. Pay online for your meals, shopping, fuel, and services, and make quick payments on POS terminals worldwide using your card. With your gold and platinum cards, you can even get more value, exclusive whopping discounts at selected vendors, including airport lounge access with your platinum card. If you don't have a Visa card, we have made it simple. Just visit any SG Ghana branch across the country and get one today. Societe General Ghana, the future is you. Yum Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time for babies 6 months and above easy. With 3 delicious flavors, rice, wheat, and maize, and wheat, baby gets a variety of cereals. Yum Vita infant cereal is enriched with Nutri-V, which contains 16 essential vitamins and minerals, including zinc, iron, and more. We recommend that you only add previously boiled water, stir, and experience the joy of feeding baby. Yum Vita, good nutrition for a good start.
All right, so we'll be starting off with a conversation on smuggling again, and then we will come to the budget and do some highlights. But if you are concerned about your health, don't let uncertainty weigh you down. Get the clarity you deserve with SynLab. That's SYNLAB. Now, SynLab offers fast, accurate, and reliable diagnostic testing from routine blood work to advanced screenings with over 5,000 tests and branches nationwide. SynLab delivers the trusted quality you've come to rely on. Our expert team uses cutting-edge technology to provide the answers you need so you can take control of your well-being today. So when you're looking to do a test or diagnostics, look for SynLab. You can log on to synlab.com.gh. SynLab, test with the best. SynLab is the new MedLab. All right, let me remind you again that on Friday the 28th of November through to Sunday the 30th, Channel 1 and Citi FM are bringing you the Agri Fair 2025.
Yeah,
so
man.
whether you're into fresh produce, fish farming, poultry, livestock, agri-tech, whatever you produce, what type of, whether it's grains or vegetables or tubers or whatever, this is the chance for you to sell. We are registering from now till 21st November. So if you want to exhibit like Godfred Friends Farm, what's the name of the farm again? GNE.
Yes.
You may call 0558 973 973 to book your stand, to register for the Agri Fair clinics as well. If you want to take part in the clinics, this time the clinics are dealing with about 4 key areas.
Nice.
Those who want to get into specific things like poultry and co, the Agri Fair clinics are there for you.
Sharp.
It's sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact.
And I just checked. He says they have registered.
They're registered. Okay.
Yes.
And what are they coming to sell? Should tell us.
Jenny, chicken, and other
hope
things.
it's fresh.
Yes. Everything will be fresh.
Fiakoko.
Yes.
All right.
Fresh from nature guard.
All right.
Are they grass fed?
Hey, yeah, some grass.
Now there's
Yes, please.
There's actually 2 types of. Now there's something they call croilers.
What are those?
So you see, there's layers who lay eggs, and there's broilers who are basically just fed for the meat.
Yes.
Croilers are allowed to roam around your house. So maybe like you have a house.
Not the fiakoko.
It's like dadabi brofukuko almani nanti. So it's like a mixture. So they are.
What did you from?
But in the controlled, not
they're not as hardy as
the
fiakoko.
No, so they are not kept in a coop forever.
But I have a question.
But they walk around the house. You can also feed them, but they're also roaming.
And they are easy to catch.
But I have a question.
Yes.
Because the fear one, you go take 2 hours chase out.
No, but I have a question.
Yeah, I'm coming to that question. So if the croilers are tastier and I think more expensive.
So
why
They're tastier than the fiakoko? Because the
why is fiakoko not popular?
I think a fiakoko is croiler. I'm not sure. So I need help here.
Yeah, but why is a fiakoko not as popular
it's too difficult to rear.
No, the meat is.
Why is it? No, hold on. Why is it difficult
That's
to
why
rear?
I'm saying that I'm saying that there's a new name called broiler.
I understand.
So what you try and do is like, yes, you have a big compound.
Yeah.
Why are we letting broiler take the place of legendary fiakoko? Why?
No, because if fiakoko, when it goes, you come back.
Why they always come?
They always come back.
No, because you know what I'm asking.
So maybe broiler is fiakoko given proper food.
You know, because when I live,
so that they will even though they are roaming at home, you can supplement what they find with some better balanced diet.
You know what?
So they can be bigger.
When I lived in Nairobi, in Kenya,
Yes.
You know the fiako, they call it kenyeji.
Okay, kenyeji.
Yeah, it's very popular. Like
more expensive than
no. Like households.
Right. Yeah. Every household have.
Yeah, like they prefer their fiakoko to kenyeji. If the other one, you know, but. Here we say we like the chicken, but why don't? It's like we don't even like the taste generally.
You know, you read a story today that you've forgotten. You read a story that said 65% of Ghanaian families cannot afford healthy food.
Yes.
So I propose to you that if fiakoko is more healthy than the typical broiler or the typical frozen chicken.
But is it the taste we don't like? What is it?
No, yes, I said they can't afford it.
The fiakoko.
It's too expensive. It's difficult to, don't forget, to do business to make money. You need skill.
Yeah.
So if somebody brings in cheap 1-day-old chick and puts them in some cage and give them food, in 3 months they are big enough to sell. If fiakoko, you need to
6 years.
You don't do anything. This is working around the house.
But you can't run a business that requires. If a hotel needs you to supply them every week.
No. I'm not even talking about. I'm not talking about industrial level.
Yeah, but so how can I do a business on the basis of demand for a fiakoko that is episodic?
No, I'm not talking about.
You need a fiakoko once a year.
I'm not talking about running a business. I'm just saying. So, for instance, your house, my house, Kakra's house, Caleb's house. Why is it that if fiakoko is not more popular? Because we all eat chicken.
Because in our houses, there's no more grass. There's no more sand.
I do.
Everybody's house, apart from your house, everybody's house has tiles. The chickens have nowhere to pass. Nobody has time to feed them
and to sweep their.
Our life quality has actually reduced because your house, because it's a traditional house.
Yes.
When you go to his house, there's sand, there's some grass, there are trees.
There are trees. You would like it.
If you go to a typical house that somebody rents, typical, what do people build? He builds a 4-5 floor apartment.
Cement
he has
everywhere.
some cement, and then he puts some polytank at the back. People park their car in front. They don't live any proper life.
And you are not even allowed to own the fiakoko.
They have no pets. You can't even rear a dog. So basically, what you have is just concrete and television.
It's a shell.
So that's the truth.
Concrete and television.
So if your kids want to play football, they have to look for a park. And even the park now, when they go and play, last week we went to play a match. It was all AstroTurf.
You're even lucky to find space to park your car in their compound.
We went to play at some place. They say Wembley, and the Wembley was AstroTurf. So now you're even buying boots. You have to buy boots which is AstroTurf compliant. So now, unless they go and play on the real park where they wear football boots, when they are going to play on the Wembley, you have to buy them. It's basically like we've gone back. So the fiakoko, maybe. So this is what I'll say. If you're an exhibitor coming to do a fiakoko, aka Croiler, let us know, because that's what we want to buy.
Grilled fiakoko.
No, they will do grilled food there for you to eat.
Yeah, but I'm saying this one, we want grilled fiakoko.
The one that the neck is naked. No?
Yeah, with pepper.
No.
Not that
one.
But I feel like
instead of this.
No, those ones.
They are warriors. They are warrior chickens. They are warrior chickens.
The one that has like the feathers showing out, like their feathers are. I don't know whether they fell in hot water. Then there's one that
But why do they have the naked neck?
No, the naked neck. I think they are cousins of the guinea fowl.
No, they like fighting.
Too much.
They are very aggressive. They'll beat you right now.
Now, I think the guinea fowl answers the fiakoko question, because guinea fowl, even though they can be reared. They still taste fiakoko like.
Let's get a message for you.
So guinea fowl answers.
Yes, please. It is the fiakoko we traditionally use for our team.
When you use when you use
broiler and leg.
No, I don't go like
the girls
don't like those. That's not the fiakoko that we traditionally use for our teams.
Is it that black or white?
And they also lay very small eggs.
Small.
But their eggs are tasty.
Delicious.
Their eggs are tasty.
I'll tell you something. When we used to live in Medina, my mother used to rear a fiakoko and turkey at home.
Nice.
Oh.
Do you know how the business collapsed?
You are eating.
No. Turkeys are very docile.
Yes.
And these were not fully mature turkeys. They were now growing. One day we woke up, somebody had come to steal all the turkeys. And the turkeys didn't make any noise. They couldn't even steal one chicken. The turkeys were...
They were quiet.
They
steal me quick.
About 8.
They just followed the guy.
Steal me quick.
The people jumped the wall and they didn't touch the chicken because the chickens, they don't agree. The turkeys just cooperated.
With the kidnapping.
That's how the business ended. The person who ate that meat, I'm sure he's still paying the price today. But the prayers we prayed after that chicken was those turkeys were taken.
There's another Fiacoco message for me, please.
China came to steal our turkeys, and they were very docile. But the chickens, you can't steal them. It was so bad, though. These were like medium-sized growing turkeys.
No, they're still paying for them.
We brought them young. The guy jumped the wall. I think it's a guy. And I don't know when I used a basket, how he was able to steal 7 or 8 turkeys.
Oh, that's sad.
That we were going to sell for Christmas. And he left all the chickens.
Sorry,
so we decided to kill all the chickens and sell.
But I'm
true story, guy.
I am interested in finding like
a serious matter.
A restaurant or an eatery that specializes in grilled Fiacoco.
You know the problem?
Because I don't like chicken soup.
I don't know how many Ghanaians will opt for that for it to be a viable business.
Why not?
Most Ghanaians claim they like something, but they don't use their money to buy it. I'm telling you, see, we are very lazy buyers.
No, but why is Fiacoco not to their taste? It's
no,
chicken.
It's to their taste, but they number one, we don't have enough people producing it because there aren't enough people wanting to pay for it.
No, let's put that. I don't want to have.
And the process of rearing a Fiacoco, it takes so long that unless he sells at a premium, which you will not pay for, it's not a business.
No, I'm just saying.
So you can only rent for your house.
No, okay. So I'm just saying, even if you came to my house and I prepared lunch for you, and there was your international akoko, fried, grilled, and then there is Fiacoco, fried, grilled. On the menu,
I'll eat a Fiacoco.
Are you sure you touch the Fiacoco and leave the international?
One of the basic skills we had as kids was how to kill a chicken. Now our kids can't kill chicken. They don't even know. As we just if you give, hey, daddy chicken. In our day, they'll bring the chicken.
I was a specialist.
You will string up animal rights.
You step on the leg. You will step on the leg. You
Christmas,
go the hair for the leg.
They will leave the chicken and say, when I come back, you pour hot water on it in a basin, remove the feathers. Charlie, they taught us all those things.
Remove the scale from the leg and
Charlie, right now, children, they just watch Chicaletta on TV. Chicaletta. They don't know how to kill chicken.
But catching the bird itself,
it's a skill.
I was very skilled at it.
How to catch it?
Yeah. I'm very skilled at it.
Basket on it.
You know, I also my growing up, my mother
there are no baskets in our house.
Those that random enter some bush.
Yes.
We throw basket on the chicken. Yes. You catch them.
Back in the day, my mother had a poultry farm.
Baskets.
Yeah.
We had a poultry farm.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yes. So you dig the hole and everything. I was in charge of the ones that we were preparing at home. I was in charge of the.
And you know you have to dig your hole before you kill.
Yes, I was in charge of the killing.
So the blood will enter.
Yes.
I was in charge of the killing, and my reward was the chicken head.
Look at chicken head was special.
Special.
Chicken head was special.
Chicken
legs
with ginger.
Chicken legs.
They put the leg inside the head.
The leg after it's cooked and you see the like the palm of the.
That's right.
It has some ligaments.
Yeah, man.
It has some ligaments.
No, but
if you have a messages, let me wrap this up quickly for you.
It has ligaments.
It has ligaments. Aloski, you can't beat the ligaments. Chicken leg is the greatest ever.
No, chicken leg with chicken head.
Nah,
I think chicken head is better.
Chicken leg.
No.
Charlie, the palm of the chicken feet. Charlie, you can chew fried chicken feet. Aloski, you can chew like 10.
You steam it, if you fry it, if you
use it as a gum, chewing gum.
Lice is correct.
Let me just give you a quick one. Makuda says there is a food joint called Janita Foods at Ashaleboche. Their chicken lice soup is only from local chicken.
Nice.
They have a good customer base. Myself and friends, we hardly miss our Sunday local chicken pepper soup.
Sharp.
Good morning, Ben. Please, a croiler is a dual-purpose bird. As in, you can raise them for both meat and eggs. There are several dual-purpose birds available. Sasu is one brand. The croiler is another brand.
Croiler?
Yes. I rear Sasu on free range. You may contact me for proper chicken.
Sharp.
You will enjoy.
Don't bring them live. So
yes,
either kill them because this is the skill of killing we don't have.
Yes, kill
them and bring them fresh.
Yes.
Only Sky knows how to kill chicken now.
Godfred,
forgotten how to do it.
Tell Bernard that nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday with Fiacoco taste.
Thank you.
We beg him, Stephen from Manet. Then another person goes on to explain croiler. Croilers are a type of hardy dual-purpose poultry breed.
Yeah.
They are dual-purpose birds, good for both meat and egg production. They are known for being hardy and adaptable. Good morning, Citi team. naked neck chicken, specially bred to be heat stress tolerant.
Thank you.
They are continent and they are more productive.
I tell you.
Bernard,
life fighting too much.
You and your household suffered one turkey theft. In our case, we had 2 generations stolen. The thing still hurts.
And the turkeys, they were very cool.
Master, if you are Coco or international?
If you are Coco.
When the last time you had if you are Coco?
Are you sure?
No, Edwin is a traditional house. Edwin's house is a proper.
We had poultry
at home. House. Yes, proper.
No, so which one were you selling? International or local?
Local.
As in the local, the colorful feathers.
Yes, proper if you are Coco.
What do you like about the taste?
Oh my God!
It's
lean. You know the worst part when you add akuko mesa, they have this.
Yeah, for the soup.
Oh my God!
Then they send to collect the whole house.
Oh God!
My God!
You know.
But for some reason, I can no longer take
akuko mesa.
Oh, we are missing a lot of.
Yes.
Somebody wants me to ask you whether you know how to check if the chicken is about to lay eggs.
Yes.
There's a science to it.
No, you are correct. No, you know the way.
No, you do like this.
I know.
You are correct.
You do like this.
No, you are correct.
I'm not the be like that.
No, Charlie, your mother treat you. Hey. No. You did form.
That's why it's artificial insemination.
Caleb,
about from Turkey.
Hi, all right, have you read this one already?
Yes.
All right, so let's move to tech and social media trends.
It's brought to us by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is congratulating Mauli, Ponumo, and Patricia, Georgina, and others who won the October First Bank Ghana Use and Win promo. You can also be a winner. This is how it works from now till November 30, 2025. Use the First mobile app or *894# for your everyday transactions. Stand a chance of winning 500 Ghana cedis cash every single week. Yes, every single week. The more you use the First mobile app or *894#, the better your chances of winning. Grab your phone now, use First mobile or *894# and you could be one of our lucky weekly winners. Terms and conditions apply. To be part of the First Bank family, dial *894# or download the First mobile app from the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and initiate the account opening process. 0596 921 921 is the number to call. Email is firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank, you first.
Well, Edwin Kwakufi is here with the segment. By the way, let me read this one for you. Chicken feet is good for athletes healing from recurrent injuries. No, I'm told it's true.
The local one. So what happened? I don't know what, Charlie. So because this goes back to our first texter on. Yes. It is the traditionalist use of the local chicken.
Yeah, it's like they will use it to compare your legs.
But why don't they use the broiler and the layer for that venture? But they use the traditional.
Broiler bare feet.
Bare feet. So it is a fair cocoa that you can break the legs.
Yes, so sometimes when they want to heal your, it's a bone technology. Yeah. But you know that sometimes when you have bone broken, you go to the north, they have the way of resetting it.
Yes.
You can look at nature, what God has given. He will use it to.
So as the chicken is healing, then you're also healing.
Oh yeah.
So they check it.
That's very true.
No,
I just don't understand why.
No, it's a scientific method.
The local chicken is the victim of this venture.
You know that one is a stronger.
You know why it is scientific? Scientific can be replicated. This one can be replicated. If something is science, you observe, you replicate, and some of the African magic cannot be replicated, but this one can be replicated. I'm telling you.
I will try one with a broiler and see.
It won't work.
It's only traditional.
Only African chicken understands that.
That system.
Because we have African legs. The legs of the chicken are from abroad, so you can't heal your legs.
On that note, we move on to the biggest trend in Ghana, Nigeria.
Yay!
And let me tell you a few terms that are trending with Nigeria. Obviously, Super Eagles, DR Congo, but also Super Chickens.
Super Chickens.
Yeah, because Nigeria have failed to make it to the World Cup. They are out. There's no chance now. DR Congo dealt with them on penalties. And the Nigerians are furious. If you listen to Kick Off this morning, you would have heard some of them.
Lost a benefit to Ghana. Why are you happy?
We are very happy.
We are just happy.
Don't be a wet blanket.
Extremely happy.
We're just happy. So on penalties, Bassey, Simon, and Ajayi missed in the penalty shootouts. Now, DR Congo will go to the intercontinental playoffs, where a couple of other teams have also set their places: Bolivia and New Caledonia. So we are waiting for CONCACAF, where Jamaica, Haiti, and Panama are in pole position to qualify. And then the AFC, where the UAE are playing Iraq. Currently it's 1-1 after the first leg. So second leg, we'll see who makes it through to the playoffs. But also trending, Eric Schell, the Nigerian boss, he was seen confronting the DR Congo team. After the game, he was asked about it. And he says he saw members of the DR Congo staff working voodoo during the penalty shootout. So he was not too happy about that. Almost resulted in fisticuffs. So Nigeria are gone, and Ghanaians are happy and trolling very widely on social media.
Yes, we
are happy. Long may it continue. We move on.
Yes. Long may it continue.
Long may it continue. So we move on to the Black Stars, and they are playing in the Kirin Cup. Played Japan on Friday. We'll play South Korea tomorrow. But one thing that has come out from the Japan game was the injury to Francis Abu. He suffered a double leg fracture against Japan, so obviously he's going to miss out on the World Cup. But he's had successful surgery in Japan. The team went to visit him. He has already had 6 caps for Ghana, but unfortunate that he will miss next year's World Cup because of this injury. So we move on to Europe, still in the World Cup qualifiers, and Norway have reached the World Cup for the first time in 28 years behind Erling Haaland's superb performances. So they beat Italy 4-1 to confirm their performance. And why the reason why I'm talking about this is Gattuso is trending, because recently some quotes surfaced on social media about him allegedly saying Africa should have fewer spots in the World Cup because Italy were almost perfect in qualifying, apart from a couple of losses, but they are still not going to make it. So I dug into these comments, and I think people are being a bit unfair to him. He said that in the past Africa had 2, now they have 6. South America have 6 out of 10 teams qualifying for the World Cup, and he feels that Europe should change their structure to allow more the better teams to go to the World Cup. So I feel people were taking his quotes out of context, so we move away from that.
Thank you for the correction.
Yeah, fourth trend, Professor Jampo, Ransford Jampo, and Dr. George Donfre trending on social media. Trending on social media because of confrontation on a show on TV3, which also almost resulted in fisticuffs. The video circulated widely on social media. Dr. George.
They wanted to fight?
They were almost at it. They had to be separated by the other guests and staff of TV3.
Two academics.
Two academics from the University of Ghana.
Then what should the politicians do?
So Dr. Donfe stated on Facebook that he only reacted after he was threatened by Professor Ransford Jampo, and that he threw the first punch. Ransford Jampo threw the first punch. Yeah, and that's why he reacted, and that the video didn't show the beginning of the confrontation, so it made him out as the instigator in that.
So what are they fighting over?
This
budget that they are too red.
So it devolved into personal attacks about their political leanings, past incidents that had happened. So people, they weren't happy with each other and almost devolved into conflict there.
That's not good.
Yeah. So before I go to tech news, obviously I have to talk about the tidal rave, which came off successfully in Accra. Wonderful event. We saw a number of celebrities, including footballers, turn up at the event. Footballers who many thought
supposed to play for Black Stars.
Yes, who should be playing for the Black Stars.
Black Stars plays for them.
Yes, they were enjoying themselves. They were enjoying themselves.
Are they not supposed to be in Korea?
Oh, they said they were injured. They are injured. So
trafficking.
They are injured.
Injured. So time to enjoy themselves.
The coach should look into the matter well.
But the tidal wave was very successful. Number of top performances, including Molly, Shatawale, all the big acts were there. Black Sheriff was fantastic as well. So we move on to tech news, and in tech news, Apple are looking at shaking up their release calendar. Usually they do one major event for the year to showcase all their new iPhones and Apple products. I think starting with the iPhone 18 next year, Apple will release in 2 separate events. So the base iPhone is expected to come out in 2027. However, other variations, including the foldable iPhone, will come out in 2026 and fall later in the year. So there will be 2 major events to release Apple events because they've seen the popularity of the event and they want to make the most of it. So if you want your Apple iPhones, you have to wait for 2 events to get exactly what you want. So.
Amazing stuff. That was Tech and Social Media Trends with Edwin Kokofi.
You're looking for a bank to rely on? Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we sick out to banky baby? No lie, only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe, universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now you got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt, they tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best, I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west, everything is you first.
Nobody feed do, I'm like us, do I'm like us. First Bank, we treat you first, treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first, think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No curry, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interests will be. But you can help her get a strong start with good nutrition. Yum Vita, made with the goodness of milk, plus Nutri-V, is a delicious, nutrient-rich cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Give your baby good nutrition for a strong start. Yum Vita is available in other yummy variants. Yum Vita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
The luckiest everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Mommy, the needle.
Hello. Please add a pack of needle.
Sure. Sister, is that your daughter?
Yes.
The last time she came to buy needle by herself, and I forgot to collect my money.
Oh, sorry. I'll pay today.
Don't be sorry. She made sure to remind me. I love her honesty. So well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido, especially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, Kofi. Charlie. Long time. But why the rush go like that?
Charlie, I need to withdraw some small cash. But no ATM or Momo vendor around, though, bro.
You still distress? Massa, use the agent locator on your Fidelity mobile app to identify an agent point near you and initiate withdrawal. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Fidelity agent point. How did I forget this?
And you know, from the month of November and December, withdrawals at any Fidelity agent point are free.
Withdrawals are free? Are you sure?
100%, my brother. Plus, limit just went up. Now 5,000 Ghana cedis per transaction and 20,000 cedis a day.
Thanks, man. I'm going to the Fidelity agent point in the corner.
Yes, from the month of November to December, withdrawal at any Fidelity agent point is free. Download the Fidelity mobile app and make life easy. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sisi, I'm me a brand here. It's a Mr. Great man of Robom Life.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
(17:08). Later this morning, we will be bringing you the KPMG Post-Budget Forum coming from the Marriott Hotel, and that's from around 10 o'clock. The Minister of Finance will be there together with the GRA Commissioner, and I'll be moderating that conversation live on Channel 1 television. Before that, I'll do a quick interview with Synergy, who have put out a very interesting article about this budget. They say it's trying to maintain a delicate balance between more stability and growth. I think the main concern about the budget is whether I can deliver growth, because there's too much cutting in the first year of the NDC government has been about stabilizing the economy. Some people think it can come at the expense of growth. We'll speak to one of the analysts about this. But if you're looking for a smarter, safer way to grow your money, at Blue Financial Services Ghana Limited, our fixed deposit and investment options give you competitive rates and flexible tenures. Whether you're an individual or business, Blue makes your money work harder so you can relax and watch it grow. Walk into any of our branches or call 0303 968 196 to start your investment journey. With Blue, your trust truly earns more. Blue Financial Services, trust in Blue. Only SNIT guarantees your family and dependents the income security and comfort they need when you are no more. If you're a member of the SNIT scheme and you pass on, SNIT ensures that your nominated dependents are protected and cared for. SNIT pays a lump sum to support them. Take decisive action today. Get enrolled on the SNIT scheme. Pay your contributions regularly and relax knowing that SNIT has your dependent covered in the event of your passing. Call SNIT on 0302 611 or connect with us on our socials at SSNIT Ghana. SNIT will deliver on our promise. Have you imagined owning a dream home and paying within 5 years with absolutely no interest? Well, Afro Urban Properties have the solution. We are building the most affordable, accessible and quality homes in Ghana, rewarding our clients with amazing extras. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bedroom houses at Manet Spintex, East Legon Hill, Santor, Ashaliboche, Chama Community 25, Old Ningo, Amasaman, and Apollonia. Call us on 0244 109 144.
Attention, Ghana, Indomie has a mission for you, and the reward is a trip to Disneyland Paris Plus. Amazing prizes. Your ticket right inside every Indomitable Hero package. Here's how the mission works. Step 1, buy any Indomitable Hero pack. Each pack comes with a special hero comic book. Step 2 is to check for a code on the first page of the comic book, and then step 3 is to dial star 844 star 44 hash or visit indomighana.com. Enter your code. Every code you enter could win you rewards like free PS5, TVs, iPhones, tablets, bicycles, and free Indomie. And the grand finale will have 5 lucky heroes fly off to Disneyland in Paris. So don't miss this opportunity. Join the mission today. Allez, Indomie tastes great. What are you proud of? At First Atlantic Bank, we are proud to be crowned Digital Bank of the Year, not once but 2 times back to back. This isn't just a fancy title, it's a celebration of a commitment to relentless drive to give you the ultimate convenience in digital banking, whether it's through our mobile app, internet banking, USSD, or any of our seamless platforms. We make sure your banking experience is truly safe, fast, and secure. Don't settle for less. Join the Purple family today. Experience the true meaning of smart banking. 2-time Digital Bank of the Year, back to back. If I enter your ear, follow the conversation on our social media platforms. First Atlantic GH, First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. So it's winning season. I'll show you how. Grab your phone, dial star 712 hash, choose option 1 to buy a ticket for yourself, option 2 to buy for someone else. If you want the system to generate a lucky ticket for you, then you go with option 1. If you want to do that yourself, choose option 2, confirm your payment with Momo, and you'll be in. For online users, the luckiestafrica.com, that's how you register. Pay with Momo or card and you're good to go. It's your golden chance. Hop on, let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere. Good morning, Ghana. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twitsco. Is enriched with Enerfort, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including vitamins B, vitamin C, D, iron, and so much more. It's just 2 Ghana cedis. Give yourself a treat. Your little ones love it, so give them that experience as well. Twitsco, power your dream.
So Synergy is calling for a balanced approach to the budget. Whilst the fiscal consolidation has stabilized the macroeconomy, the country needs strategic investments in infrastructure, agric, education, and health for inclusive growth. So it's calling for a balanced policy mix of prudent fiscal management and growth-oriented spending. How well does this budget do this? We'll talk about that briefly. Why is smuggling such a big problem for the government to deal with? We have an article on that we're going to read shortly. But let's wrap up with the comments that you've been generating with this, your Fiakuko matter.
So Peter from Tamale sends us a very, this one from basically somebody who has know-how on the matter. It says, the real issue with local poultry is biological, not commercial.
Okay.
There is strong demand for local chicken in Ghana. The taste and cultural values are not the problem.
Okay.
The challenge is that our local breeds are too small, slow growing, and inconsistent in size. In countries where local poultry is widely consumed, governments have standardized and improved the breed. Kenya, for example, invested heavily in improved indigenous lines like Kenyeji Improved, which grow faster and reach commercial weights. Cote d'Ivoire and Rwanda have also supported local hatcheries with improved genetics, so farmers can produce birds that meet market size requirements. If Ghana wants to boost its local poultry sector, we need to support breeding programs and improve genetics, not blame the market. Peter from Tamale. I like what Peter is saying. Good morning.
So which institution will help us do this?
I'm sure there are institutions that the Ministry of Agric and all, but genetics. But Ghana, when people start talking genetics, Ghanaians, we are afraid. Good morning, Bernard. About the broken bone and chicken analogy, it works. My hand got broken and we resorted to the traditional means. Within a month, I was running around playing football.
You can't use brofo akuko to do
this.
They don't have the trappings.
And then this one says,
there's the need for connection.
Yeah.
Let me more on this. The most unfortunate animal to set foot on African soil is the chicken.
Oh, why?
For every occasion, the chicken is sacrificed.
Oh.
Even when a ram is required for a function,
the chicken
is still added. Oh, why? A bird costs between 15 and 250 Ghana cedis. This can be consumed within a sitting for an average family of 4 and between 4 and 5. A box of drumsticks cost between 300 and 400 Ghana cedis. We want the local beds, but economics will push you towards the frozen.
As they say in Babo, economics in
Yes. Good morning, Citi CBS. My name is Evans from Suhum Omenako. I rare fare cocoa and even sell one for 200 Ghana cedis because they are so expensive. My wife always prefers the local chicken, and we get
as compared to how much for a foreign.
I haven't bought one in a while.
So then the local chicken is more, because I think the foreign 110, 120, 150 you can get.
Let me just wrap up with this one before your interview comes through. And this one is from Morris. Morris says, you are asking why it's specifically the fiakuko's leg and not an ordinary broiler that is used for healing rituals.
Of course.
It's the same with alcohol. Why do we carry eggs and a bottle of akpeteshi or apio or schnapps to invoke the wrath of the gods or perform rites at a shrine? Yet we never show up with Johnny Walker or premium single malt whiskey.
It depends on where you are going.
It's true. These days,
some of the gods are high tech.
They are tested.
Those gods have lost their purpose.
Let's do a quick one before we come back to issues. So, I just want to get a clear sense of the budget, and of all the articles I've seen, one has been put together by a group called Synergy. Their budget review is pretty cool. They've highlighted about 5 key points. They're saying that they've noticed that the way the government has gone about its inflation targeting is more pragmatic than what used to be in the past, because in the past the inflation targeting didn't take cognizance of external shocks, but it looks like it's getting better now. Then there's also the issue around anchoring the exchange rate, right, in tightening forex regulations and regular forex auctions and scaling up the gold reserve program. This approach has kept inflation, but risks undermining export competitiveness and domestic production and foreign remittance flows. I'll talk about this with the interview. And then he also says that while stability is a priority, it must be balanced with growth. And I think the question for the budget is, how do you do this? And so let me ask my guest, Nana Amoto, who is a partner at Synergy, how he sees the budget, whether it does balance growth and stability. Well, Nana, thanks for joining the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard, and thank you so much for having me.
You asked a very important question in your article: maintaining a delicate balance between more stability and impactful growth. Can inflation and exchange rate targeting deliver both? So this seems to be the question for the budget. Now, how do you resolve it? What kind of analysis did you do, and did you have any conclusion when you did this analysis?
Thank you very much, Bernard. First of all, we think the budget is being well thought through and very well prepared, and it effectively articulates government's fiscal and monetary policy mix and how these have been calibrated to drive economic policy. So you look at the different parts from the real sector, the monetary sector, the external sector, and how we have pushed towards debt sustainability. And all four seem to point you in a certain direction. We may not have publicly admitted this, that we've shifted gears a bit from proverbial inflation targeting approach towards a more exchange rate targeting measure. But if you look at what we've done in the last 10 months, this is actually what has driven economic policy. And so, like you rightly mentioned, maintaining that delicate balance in pushing for greater stability and still pushing for impactful growth, which the budget seems to make significant commitments on, is where we need to be able to drive the right balance.
Wonderful. Now, the approach to exchange rate anchoring seems to have curbed inflation, but you point out a risk of undermining a couple of things: our export competitiveness and domestic production, and even foreign remittance inflows. Can you elaborate? How can a good policy that stabilizes the currency could have negative externalities that could undermine those gains?
Okay, so let me first take you back to inflation targeting, which we've been pursuing for quite some time, way back from 2002. even though we publicly admitted this around 2007. It is a good measure, but it has its limited effectiveness. And the reason why we have struggled in the last couple of years with inflation targeting is that it has limited effectiveness when you have a situation where you have fiscal slippages in an economy like ours, where we struggle a bit with discipline on that side. And then when you face intense exchange rate pressures, it also gives you a bit of a challenge. And then when the external shocks also hit you, like we experienced since 2020, you seem to struggle with inflation targeting because it tends to be too inward-looking. And then when you go to the external sector, which you have limited control over, then you begin to struggle with that. It's the same thing with exchange rate targeting or exchange rate anchoring. What we are saying is that because the city is appreciating, you tend to find out that our exports become more expensive for our external market. So what that does is that we tend to then turn to imports because you need a few more cities now to be able to bring in a lot more. And when that happens, you are effectively killing local industry, and then you are stifling job creation. These are the threats you face when you push extremely towards exchange rate targeting. It has its short-term benefits, which are effectively most of what we are seeing. Inflation has dropped towards 8%. Interest rates have moved down a year ago from about over 30% towards 24%. It's commendable. You have your treasury bill rates moving from over 20-25% towards single digits. In the short term, you see all these happening. But if you push too much towards moving your fiscal policy and monetary policy using exchange rate anchoring, in the long run, you are going to kill your local industry.
But isn't it the other way around, that if your city was buying dollars at 16 and now you are buying it at 10, temporarily it will make exports less competitive, so people will be more likely to import. But if you keep it at 10 for the next 3 years, the market will normalize and rally around the 10. So should we not look at it more from the challenge it poses for exporters and producers should rather be seen as temporary, and that if the currency is maintained between the 10 to 12 band, then the market will realize that for Ghana, this is the cost of the dollar, and therefore in the long run it's actually better, instead of rather saying that in the short term we benefit and long term we suffer. I feel like we need to rather flip it. Don't you think so?
So what's happening is that that's on the assumption that you build a foundation where your local industry can take advantage of this in the long run. But if you have not built structures to take advantage of this in the long run, when you have been able to predict and maintain the stability over the long run where businesses can plan and fully take advantage of this, then you have issues. So you have an economy which struggles to deal with its energy sector. Its financial sector is lending more to government than the private sector. And then you have your agricultural sector struggling because you are overexposed to a cocoa sector which you hardly control and benefit from. And that's the reason why we believe that it's commendable that the budget recognizes that we have these undercurrents, and that if we are able to deal effectively with these three things on a long-term basis, we can benefit from the short-term structural corrections that we are getting from the exchange stability.
Yes, because again, if I'm a producer, in the past I used to suffer from imported inflation because the currency was very weak. So if the currency gets stronger, then I don't bring in that imported inflation anymore. The cost of my inputs, for example, maybe I have a factory, I produce cement and I buy clinker. If I paid 16 cedis for $1 for clinker, now I'm paying 10. So it makes my cost of production cheaper. So is it not more the local companies having a more long-term view of a stronger currency and therefore planning to benefit from it? Because I don't see how 16 cedis to the dollar is good for a producer in Ghana, because most of his inputs are imported. So a stronger cedi even should help the local producer, particularly those who depend on imported inputs. Correct?
That's very true. Again, let me repeat again that it is on the assumption that you have a local economy that is solid enough to take advantage of all the benefits your exchange stability is giving you. But like I said, if that economy struggles with your energy sector, that cannot plan long term. If you have an economy that struggles to take money from the financial sector, then you have an issue with that. So yes, you may be importing stuff at a cheaper cost, but then that's not what effectively drives the cost of business. So it is important that we fix what allows us to be able to gain a stronger hold of our local production beyond what we are importing from the external market, which is cheaper. Your energy cost is still high. You have all the inefficiencies being thrown at you. So even though your raw materials are coming in cheaper, it is offset by
the cost of energy. Let's talk about energy as an example of cost of doing business. You analyze the sector, and I think you suggest that ECG revenues have doubled, IPP debts have saved us $250 million, but that there are still some long-term things that need to be done for the energy sector to really become an anchor. Can you elaborate?
Yes. Again, like we clearly stated that it's commendable that ECG's revenues have doubled from over about 900 million per month to over 1.7 billion cedis per month, since January. And that, yes, government has saved $250 million by renegotiating IPP contracts. We are beginning to be a bit more disciplined in following the cash waterfall mechanism, which is also good. But you have a situation where ECG has system challenges, which is costing us 32% of all the electricity we generate. What's happening is that it means that people who are buying electricity are paying 32% more to cover ECG's inefficiencies. That's why, again, we mentioned that the decision to go back to private sector participation is a good one. But of course, history has told us that just making that decision is not enough. But then that mechanism has to be given full independence to work effectively, and the market forces need to drive that process.
You also made some points about cocoa as an anchor sector, and I think you were suggesting that if we really want the cocoa sector to become a plus and not a minus, the issue of cocoa processing must become a national priority. Can you elaborate?
Okay. So Ghana produces more than 30% of the raw material for that industry. The global value of the cocoa value chain is over $120 billion. Ghana, per the budget, earns about $2.5 billion from that industry. That's just 2% of what the cocoa market generates. You control 30% of what it takes to create that value, but then you earn only 2% of it. If you look at the private cocoa processors, they are making a lot of money. It's the reason why we are surprised that CPC that operates within that same segment has been ignored. We believe that CPC, or Cocoa Processing Company, is a cash cow. It's just fraught with inefficiencies that need to be dealt with, and that if we are able to turn a bit of our attention there, retool it and revamp it, we think we can move that 2%. Even if you're able to move it to 10%, it means that we are getting $10 billion from just cocoa processing, which is quite significant. And we, of course, now have to go to the IMF to disburse something less than $3 billion over a 4 or 5 year period.
So clearly, some work needs to be done on the cocoa side. Let's wrap up with your key recommendations. So, in your view, what must happen for this budget to deliver on its promise?
One, we need to sustain the discipline. We've seen the benefits of the discipline. Inflation is 8%. your interest rates have dropped. We've seen some more stability. Fiscal discipline is a must, and we need to continue to push it. It's also important that in order not to stifle growth with this discipline, we actively invest in strategic sectors. And there's a reason why we think that if we are able to push the big push by investing in infrastructure, we create the environment for businesses to take advantage. If we are building more roads, we expand our production base. And then if we fix our energy sector, we fix our cocoa sector, and we are able to fix our financial sector, that allows us to crowd in the private sector. Then on a more sustained basis, we believe that on a long-term basis, these inflation and exchange rate anchoring policies will work for the country.
Thank you very much for talking to us on the Citi Breakfast Show. We've been speaking to Nana Amoto Mensah, co-founder and executive director of Synergy, who have a fantastic article they've done on the budget. And Kakra, I think they've summarized it beautifully. They have 7 key areas. They are basically saying inflation targeting has been modified. They've shifted to exchange rate anchoring, which seems to be working, but it's affecting export competitiveness and domestic production. They've spoken about stability having become a priority over growth due to economic hardships and the need to deal with that. They've spoken about what needs to happen to the cocoa sector, what needs to happen to the energy sector. They also spoke about the financial sector. I didn't discuss that, but they said that Ghana's financial sector has improved. They mentioned the injection of 1.9 billion cedis into NIB and the 401 million into Women's Development Bank as commendable by requiring institutional reform for efficiency. And then they basically say we need a balanced mix of policies of prudent fiscal management and growth-oriented spending. And I think a lot of people are enamored by the big push and what it means for job creation, the fact that more roads are going to be built. There also needs to be money spent on agric and the health and energy sectors to bring real development. So I think it was a really good article. Now, I want you to bring smuggling in because local producers are suffering from two ends.
Yeah.
A stronger currency makes imports cheaper. So it makes exports more expensive. So if I'm producing something like rice, the people bringing rice imports, it's easier for them to import more if the currency is, because they use cedis to buy the rice in dollars. So local production is going to suffer already on the basis of the currency appreciation. Exports are also suffering. Now, if local production is already suffering, and I'm talking about people who are officially importing through the ports, if that's not bad enough for local production, smuggling is probably going to kill the local producers. So Mr. Awuni has written a long letter to the Minister of Finance. I don't know if you can take me through the highlights.
Okay, so the letter is dated 17th November 2025, addressed to the Commissioner General, Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA. And it reads, this is the title, Smugglers Intensify Their Activities as They Take Over the Rice and Sugar Markets in Ghana Now. The Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, wishes to once again draw the urgent attention of the government, the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, and the Ministry of Trade and Industry to the alarming rise in smuggling activities that have virtually taken over the rice and sugar markets in Ghana. Over the past several months, legitimate importers and distributors of locally produced rice have literally been pushed to the brink as massive volumes of smuggled rice and sugar flood the Ghanaian market through unapproved routes and borders, especially at critical entry points such as Aflao and Elubu. This illicit activity, largely unchecked by government authorities, has not only crippled fair competition, but also deprived the state of millions of cedis in import duties and taxes. Indeed, for years, FABAG and other business groups have sounded the alarm, providing evidence, issuing warnings, and calling for decisive action. Regrettably, response has been hampered by bureaucratic delays and excuses. As a result, smuggling has reached unprecedented levels, inflicting severe losses on honest Ghanaian enterprises. Who benefits from this negligence? While legitimate businesses pay their taxes, adhere to regulations, and create employment, they now bear the brunt of unfair competition from illegal traders. The primary driver of smuggling is the significant duty differential between Ghana and its neighboring countries. This disparity offers strong incentives for traders to evade official channels and exploit cheaper duties abroad. Addressing this issue requires urgent and concrete action. 1. Immediate nationwide task force action led by the GRA, Customs Division, to clamp down on the smuggling networks. And I think the Finance Minister hinted at that in your interview. 2. An overhaul of border management, including deployment of digital monitoring systems at key border points to track the movement of rice and sugar consignments. 3. Public disclosure of enforcement results to demonstrate accountability. 4. Stronger collaboration between the Ministry of Trade, National Security, and Border Patrol units to dismantle smuggling cartels. 5. A fair review and adjustment of import taxes and tariffs to promote compliance and create a level playing field. Smuggling constitutes economic sabotage. Ghana cannot continue to lose revenue and jobs because of negligence in enforcing trade laws. The government's silence and inaction are tantamount to complicity. The time to act is now. If this trend continues unchecked, the formal food import sector, as well as local rice production, will collapse, and government will not only lose vital revenue for development, but our agricultural sector will suffer massively. Ghana deserves transparent, robust enforcement measures to combat illicit trade. We call on the government to demonstrate leadership by taking immediate steps to protect Ghana's economy, safeguard public health, and secure our nation's future. The Food and Beverage Association will continue to speak out and work with other stakeholders to ensure a fair, transparent, and accountable trade environment that supports both national revenue and consumer safety. And this is signed by the chairman, Reverend John Awuni. In copy, the Ministers of Finance and Trade and Industry, as well as the National Security Coordinator and the media.
So why does the government seem to be exhibiting some inertia in dealing with this smuggling problem? Now, you cannot grow an economy where local production is not competitive. And I think we've made this very simple for people to understand. Your steep appreciation of the local currency has affected the competitiveness of locally produced goods. All right. And we just use the chicken and the rice as an example. If somebody can bring in imported chicken at a very low price, you can be eating 5-year-old chicken, and fresh Ghana chicken is more expensive because the cost of production is not subsidized by the government. If I'm a chicken farmer in Doma, I need soya mixed with yellow corn and blended and sometimes imported for me to feed my chickens. I need day-old chicks, which regrettably we also import. All right. So what's funny is that even though the city has appreciated, its effect on the final cost of imported chicken is much stronger than its effect on the input I use. So I interviewed the poultry farmer in Bono last week. He said, people are, and the appreciation of the currency is not just against the CD, the dollar, it's also against the CFA. So he says, you know, if you go to Bono region, the Doma area, which leads to Cote d'Ivoire, that same belt in Cote d'Ivoire also produces chicken. He says a lot of people are bringing in cheaper eggs from Ivory Coast because the currency has appreciated. It's much easier to buy eggs from Ivory Coast than it is to produce it in Ghana. And our producers haven't learned how to produce at a low cost. So your domestic, and by the way, every economy...
come in there.
Yes, go ahead.
When you say they haven't learned to produce at a low cost, that's a bit difficult because the reality is that the cost build up is high. If you take each individual cost item, it's high from utility, and then there's also the cost of doing business. You have regulatory fees and charges that come with it. That over the years has also been difficult for local.
So let me agree with you and qualify what I've said. So they've not had the support to produce cheaper, because in some markets the government subsidizes in a very meaningful way the poultry feed, or in the case of crops, the fertilizer, or even by buying. In other markets as well, the farmers are larger. So let me give you an example. If you are doing 3 acres of yam versus somebody doing 3,000 hectares, the economies of scale of producing 3,000 hectares means that they can sell their first 1,000 tubers of yam for next to nothing and still make their money. You, the guy on 3 acres, is producing just 1,000. So the nature of our smallholder farmers makes it difficult for them to benefit from, it's called economies of scale. So that's one, in addition to lack of government support. And then the issue of the exchange rate differential. So if you have a subsidized farmer in Cote d'Ivoire who's much larger, and it's cheaper, the CFA has lost ground to the Citi, so it's cheaper to buy 2,000 egg crates from Ivory Coast. Now, if they were going through official channels, the Ghanaians could still compete. So now this is where Fabak comes. Fabak says, beyond the fact that we are already suffering, now you are smuggling the thing.
Yeah.
Because one way of protecting the local market is using a tariff barrier. Okay, so in economics, there are two types of barriers. There's tariff barriers and non-tariff barriers. So a non-tariff barrier can be to say, well, we will buy all your cocoa from Ghana, but if your cocoa is produced by children, we won't buy it. If your cocoa is produced in a ground which has galamsey and there's arsenic or mercury, we won't buy it. So even though there's not a non-tariff barrier, they impose a sanitary or phytosanitary barrier. The Europeans are very good at that. Now in Ghana, we don't seem to be able to enforce those barriers. Then we have also, because of the way the world economy works, there's a limit to how much tariff you can use, because there's also arguments around domestic support being excessive. Market access must be fair. And then there are other issues in Agric at the WTO they discuss: domestic support, market access, and export competitiveness. Put that aside. The main issue is your border patrols. So your immigration, your customs excise, your national security, they've become very porous. So there are networks that smuggle rice and sugar, and sometimes textiles and cooking oil into your country. Now, the reason this is so disconcerting is that the government is losing revenue. So it's not just the local producers. I wouldn't shouldn't be crying about this. Atu, who was sitting next to you, should be crying about this.
Crying about that.
The other guy, Sapon, because they are the guys who, if you look at their revenue, and again, don't forget, we did a BOG analysis in June. Their domestic tax that comes from income tax hasn't come down. Companies are paying tax. They are suffering at the ports through misclassification and invoicing on one hand, and then smuggling on the other. So misclassification is what Atu told you, that he has almost 80-something billion cedis worth of imported products. Taxable was like 1/10 of it. The rest of it was lost through under invoicing and misclassifications. So maybe you are bringing a 4-wheel drive Prado. The real tax is 10% or 20%. They misclassify it and then you pay 2%. Yeah. Put that aside. He should be crying about this. Now, Fabak is saying that beyond this, people are bringing in cooking oil through many border points. They are not paying a dime. Rice, they are not paying a dime. And I'm surprised that for a government that has such an ambitious economic plan of spending 30 billion on the big push, we are not seeing more aggression around smuggling. Awuni has been shouting about smuggling for at least a month. He's even gone ahead to give you the point. In fact, the last time I did the interview, people called into the show and mentioned places along the Togo border that people, they mentioned some place near Ho. They mentioned 2 towns. And they said this is how they do it. Maybe I have 10 bags, 10 articulators of rice coming to Ghana. The first 3 will come pepepe. They will be properly classified and they will pay the tax. Then the documents I have for the first 3, I'll give it to my guy in Togo to use to cover the next 3. And everybody is sorted out. And I use that for 30. I don't expect the government to come on in to be shouting that they are fighting smuggling using this method. But for Awuni, after a month, to return and still write a letter, it tells you that either the government doesn't know how to solve the problem or doesn't want to solve it.
Or doesn't think there's a problem.
Why would you not think so?
No,
when
you
people
must also consider that.
No, but the man just told you in the budget 2 days ago that because of the criminal activity of under invoicing and import misclassification, he's lost billions of cedis at the port. So why wouldn't he be concerned about smuggling? Which is even worse, because misclassification, at least you get something. Smuggling, you don't get anything.
That question is answered by Mr. Awuni's letter, describing the response from government as bureaucratic excuses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That, you see, it will be interesting to hear from the government side of this, because we've heard from Faba who are making who are drawing the attention of the government to this.
Yeah.
But I'm also saying perhaps out of the options that you mentioned, it could also be that the government does not think there is a problem.
Let's ask Awuni how long he's been fighting this. Mr. Reverend Awuni, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to your viewers and listeners.
From the ordinary reading of your letter, you sound exasperated. And what I need to find out first is how long have you been alerting government about the seriousness of smuggling, particularly of rice, sugar, and cooking oil into Ghana?
Well, if we say, it's a very great question. Let me say, for this year, since this government came to power, we have been on this. And your station has carried this over and over, and so you can bear witness. But for previous governments, I have been on this for over 20 years on this smuggle thing, because smuggling is thriving so much in this country, and we know exactly what we're talking about. In fact, recently, I was speaking to a security official, and the security official bore witness to the fact that, yes, they are also aware about that. People took contracts for school feeding, and indeed, they even went to Togo and then took some of the goods and then came and then supplied. Instead of them buying local maize or local rice and all that, they feel that when they cross border and buy and come in, they'll be able to make a lot more profit. So smuggling is an age-old problem, and I have been on this beat in addition to you, to your station and all other stations on this. So it's an age-old problem. But since this government came to power, I have done that. I have sent them pictures, evidences of what is happening, trucks that are loaded with goods on the way to Ghana. We've done that and all that. But it appears that nothing is being done. And it looks as if the whole thing is a political thing that, we have come to power, let our people enjoy. So looks to be like that.
So you said it has been going on for 20 years. So is it that with the new king, there are new people in the smuggling? So it's almost like when there's a government, people affiliated with it get involved in it, and therefore they can't deal with it, which is why it persists?
That is exactly so. That is exactly. Any time there is a new government, then the people say, people have come into power, so let us make. But I know I've talked with some of them, said, even some of them even make offers to help. If you want to smuggle, we can do it and all that. So this is a reality, and this appears to be a very political thing. And I said it earlier, I think the last week or 2 weeks somewhere, that anytime the MPP is in power, it is the Kumasi people that tend to jubilate and go through, bring goods in from Lubu. Anytime NDC is in power, it is the flour. Now the flour border is in bricks business with smugglers. They are bringing in and all that. And clearly, maybe they think that let us wait for our people to also enjoy small before we combat it, because it doesn't take any serious effort to deal with this. If you move into the market, you find goods labeled in French, goods labeled in Arabic. Ghana labeling requirement standards is English. So if you find a French good, how did the goods come in? And it used to be rice and sugar, but this thing has escalated to even Nestle products. I was speaking with the breweries. They complain about their products that are also brought in. And then we spoke with the issue of even flour. This morning, some of them had, they said, what about bread flour and all that? So all manner of goods are coming in and affecting local production, farmers, affecting manufacturing, affecting revenue, and even affecting our very lives. Because before you bring in any good into the market, you will got to get it registered with the Food and Drugs. They will have to test the safety of that product. These are goods that come into the country, ultra-processed goods. Some of them also not even ultra-processed, for in the case of the rice and all that. But they are not registered. How safe are they? Are they really real rice? And they are selling them at ridiculously low prices. For instance, last week, the price of a bag of sugar, when our people will supply it like 480 cedis, they are selling it at 380 cedis. And so you can't sell 380 cedis if you bring the goods through Temaport and you pay taxes of about 54%. You can't afford to sell that. So there's a fair market price that you got to pay. So even the price differential should be able to tell the security officials, should be able to tell the government officials that there is something really, really, really wrong about this particular level of pricing. And this has been going on. It doesn't take any much effort to do that if government really is willing to do that and bring most of their party people to order. They can do that. And now that it is taken in the budget, they've talked about the fact that they have allocated money for them to buy local the goods that are in glad farmers, the rice, maize, and all that. All these contracts that they give out, most likely they will carry them and go to Togo and go and buy those goods and maize and whatever. Come and put them in the sacks, in their own sacks, and go and supply to the schools, go and supply to buffer stock and all that. This is a reality. And so the nation is suffering. Lives are also being tempered with, because you are eating what you don't know because it is not done. And we have post-market surveillance units of the Food and Drugs Authority. We have post-market surveillance units of the Ghana Customs Authority. Why are they not doing that? We keep on sounding alarm, sending them pictures and all that. If they really are not benefiting from that, then they should have to come back and deal with that.
Have you received a response to your latest letter to the GRA?
We have not received a response. But indeed, let me say that letter is on its way to the GRA official this morning. As you can see, dated 17th. So they should have that, and we expect a response. But response, I'm not just looking for a response in terms of writing back. I'm looking for a response in terms of action. Assuming they take action this morning, we will know that the trucks that are loading will not come in. That will not come into the country. Assuming they take action by Friday, normally weekend is the time that they bring in a lot. So assuming they take action, our people are also at the borders. People are the people in the market too. They know, so they will say that well, now the smuggled goods are going down. They are not bringing it in, so we can sell. You open your warehouses, and a day, if previously you could load like 10 trucks a day, now you cannot load. You load only one truck. Yet GRA people come in every day harassing you that you should pay taxes and all manner of stuff. And so if you are not selling, how do you pay the VAT? How do you pay those taxes? And it is their warehouses, the registered businesses, the registered manufacturers that they are harassing all over. And because nothing is being done, the thing is taken over all over. All manner of goods are coming in. Then you go and buy Milo. That Milo may be brought in from Nigeria into the country. And yet Nestle is gone. Nestle is here manufacturing. You go and buy cooking oil. All manner of cooking oil these days you go and buy. You are putting your life seriously at risk. Because these oils, they bring them in from Nigeria, Benin, and come in. You go and then buy maybe even what do you call it? I talked about Milo, talked about oil, and a lot of them. You consume them, and your life is at risk. So these are things that are not certified at all. So we are talking about life. Aside Galamsey issues affecting our food products, these illicit products are not certified.
All right.
They are not certified.
We'll keep the aluta on. Thank you, John Awuni, for talking to us. He's the president of FABAC, complaining about the increase in smuggling. Letter written to GRA boss. We'll take a short break. When we come back, there's more. Plus, the Catholic bishops have written again, making 4 specific demands about the environment. Stay with us.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The Kakamotobi come out in the festive season, and they are as scary as our bills. But we don't want to miss out on parties, family, and festivals. Whether you say Akwaba, Maraba, Wezo, or Obake, EcoBank says tap into 5s in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes. 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers, and more. That's not all. Use your EcoBank card, mobile app, USSD, or POS to transact and enjoy up to 15% discount. Tap into vibes with EcoBank. T's and C's apply. Bill shouldn't scare you. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Looking for a university that truly sets you apart? Academic Citi University Accra offers world-class undergraduate degree programs in engineering, business, informatics, and communication arts. And that's not all. Now introducing master's degrees designed to equip you with industry-relevant skills and global leadership capabilities. Study on a modern campus, learn from international faculty, and gain hands-on experience that sets you apart in today's job market. With over 15 student ventures launched and graduates thriving in top roles across Ghana and abroad, Academic Citi University is where future-ready leaders are made. Call now 0262-693-870. That's 0262-693-870. Academic Citi University, educating future-ready leaders.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Clean's hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleans for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleans your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Have you imagined buying a house on an interest-free plan and getting a car for free? Well, Afro Arab Properties, best known for building the most affordable quality homes, has hit another milestone of rewards. Are you looking for your dream home today? Afro Arab Properties will definitely show the way. These homes are in 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom options located at Manet Spintex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashalibotre, Tema Community 25, Old Ningo, Amasaman, Apollonia, and more. Even better, you have a 5-year payment plan without interest. And the big one, purchase a home from some Afro Arab Properties projects and get an electric car for free. Yes, an electric car that can go 300 kilometers on a full charge. So don't miss this big offer from Afro Arab Properties. Just call 055-175-3231 or 0244-109-133. Terms and conditions apply. Afro Arab Properties. At Afro Arab, everyone can buy a house.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it and you really want to eat. If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it and there's nothing in the fridge. If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM. OCM cereals comes in 3 varieties: wheat, oat, and rice.
Hello everyone, I am Sewami here. I love OCM, be it in the morning, afternoon, or evening.
Ready to eat?
This advert is FDA approved.
Make life easier with Sigma appliances. Yeah. Your excellent go-to choice for Sigma appliances.
This Christmas, from air conditioners, fridges, freezers, TVs, and washing machines to small appliances, Sigma has them all. And now, beginning January 2026, for every Sigma appliance you purchase, you will be donating towards bettering technical vocation education training in Ghana. Visit Platinum Impex on Espintes Road behind Okadeco for wholesale or find Sigma products at your nearest home appliance shop. Call 0302-801-555 or WhatsApp 0554-666-444 or visit platinumimpex.net. Sigma Appliances. Create possibilities.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
One ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more, and the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So it's 10 after 9, and before we talk to the Ghana Catholic bishops, on their communique and some demands they're making of the state, if you're looking for quality, durable and reliable parts for your Toyota, Hino trucks or Lexus, look no further. Take advantage of Toyota Ghana Limited spare parts promo from November to December. Discounts of up to 50% and more on selected items, including complete engines, gearboxes, suspension, electrical and air condition parts and more. Stocks are limited and terms and conditions apply. At Toyota Ghana, we've got you covered. Get genuine spare parts that keep your vehicle performing at its best. Call Toyota Ghana today, 0302 429 801 or 5. For further information, drive smart, save smart, choose Toyota Ghana Limited. Ghana drives Toyota. Is your organization privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, their number, image, location, email, bank account number, etc., etc.? Listen, you might be doing the wrong things, whether you're a big company or a small one. You must respect people's rights to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and be guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect the information you collect about people. Register your company or business, organization or association. It's simple and online. No need to move from the comfort of your home or office. Visit dataprotection.org.gh. Register or call 0256 301 533. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal. Now, if you're building big, Vaniado is ready to build with you. From high-end apartments to office blocks, hotels, private homes, Vaniado is a trusted name for premium finishes at project-friendly prices. We supply luxury bathrooms, Scavolini kitchens and tiles that combine international quality with unbeatable value. Perfect for architects, contractors, developers, and interior designers. And the best part is Vaniado offers bulk deals, special project pricing, tailored packages to suit every skill. We don't just supply, we partner with you to deliver excellence on time and on budget. Visit Vaniado showroom on Ring Road opposite Laboni Junction or call 055 000 0031. Vaniado, powering bold projects. We have some of your messages, and Kakra will share some with us very shortly. But if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours today. It's available at a local store near you. 0550 231 is the number to call for more Piva beverages, a taste you will love. On to the message board with some of your comments that have come through. Yes.
So a mixture of things. Yeah. Still chicken raining. Says this chicken conversation there. The head of the chicken is the reward for the chicken killer. Then the goat feet is for the person who catches the goat before execution. Memories indeed. Today my nephew can't catch a chicken. My son runs when you are holding the chicken. Raymond from Sunyai. Bernard and team, CSIR Animal Research Institute has the technology and the capacity for all our poultry needs. Greetings, Bernard and teams. We may need to improve genetics. However, we need to remember that the global and local issues around bird flu influenza has to do with the lack of genetic diversity of birds bred to be uniform for markets. This also says Aglo Farms stands out as the most effective local poultry production unit. They're currently doing about 15 to 20k birds per month.
Wow.
Okay.
I have a message from Kwekwe Ntribwesiako. He's listening to us. He says the chicken served at La Paloma at North Kanishi is always the local type. Good morning.
That's nice.
La what?
La Paloma at North Kanishi. You know the place.
No, I don't know the place, but I'll find it. Need to, get on that vibe.
That's a good one there. La Paloma, local chicken. Now you have to buy local cement too, you know. We have quality cement at Diamond Cement. 42.5 upgrade is on the market. It's the highest quality cement on the Ghanaian market. We have 32.5 upgrade as well. Good deal for you. Great value for your pocket. You deserve the very best. Make Diamond Cement your number one choice for all your building needs. Anyone who wishes to buy Diamond Cement should deal with the company directly. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aplao, Takrady, and Bwepe. 0244-313-368 is the number to call. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. Next time you fly with a family from Accra, why don't you fly better with Emirates? On Emirates, everything's taken care of. When you're traveling with the kids, you won't hear a beep of on board. You have over 250 dedicated kids channels and family-friendly channels as well. Non-stop fun all the way for your little explorers. We have free toys for them as well. You get so much more in Emirates economy with daily flights. You can now enjoy more convenience and flexibility to over 150 destinations within the Emirates Global Network. Find out more at emirates.com.
R2B, yeah. Yes, you know, them say life is sweeter than, but you for take it easy and make you know the rush and blow your meter on. Just get your hustle on, then be fly you day for land. Use your head and use your hand. Don't you envy brother man? After all we all be one. No, hey, don't keep doing what you're doing and don't watch nobody. Now who you for listen to? Be Baba God, mankind go give you story, but in the end they go leave you lonely. So make your own story, yeah. Wallahi, baby I'm a duru no bankoma. I keep moving on, I'm a soldier. I never lose the title, I'm a holder, yeah. Wallahi, baby I'm a duru no bankoma. I keep moving on, I'm a soldier. I never lose the title, I'm a holder, yeah.
Winners don't quit, cause quitters don't win. God forgive us, save us from sin. Bless us with success in a couple of things and protect us who all know the trouble it brings. Words won't break us, words will make us. Words will take us with some fear haters. Yeah, cause we got game like the Lakers. I spit raw naked. I think life is like the video and whiskey. While from the ghetto, the for a rich kid. By the boat running your game artistics. When you dream big like the big sis. M.O.B. money over M.O.B. money over bridges. M.O.B. McDonald's over Burger King and spend the rest of your life trying to lose digits. Okay. Bosses they chill with a drink rosé, like play with a drink J3. Life is short like May. Weather, bring the storm with me. Weather, cause we got you.
So the Catholic bishops, the National Catholic Secretariat Office of the President has released a communique because the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference held a plenary assembly in Damongo in the Savannah region from the 7th to the 14th of November, and they have made some interesting demands that we would like to reiterate. About 16 points. Some of them are favorite topics on this particular program. They talk about corruption, they talk about the environment, they talk about the economy as well. Governor and Kaka, I'll bring you some quick excerpts of these ones. Let me start from the point where they talk about
let's find out with this young court.
There's justice and education delivery in Ghana. Points 13.1. Education is the crucible in which peace, civic virtue, and national cohesion are forged. Catholic schools have long shaped Ghana's moral and intellectual conscience, generally forming citizens who embody truth, fairness, and service to the common good. More so, justice in education demands equitable and transparent partnerships. We call for a clearly defined collaboration framework between government, missions, and educational units, one that acknowledges the church's enduring contributions while safeguarding the moral and spiritual ethos of Catholic schools. 13.2. A just system must ensure students' placement is free from bias or manipulation. Curricula should integrate academic excellence with civic education, religious instruction, and patriotic formation, equipping students to concentrate ethically and responsibly to society. One of Godfrey's favorite topics, pet peeve. Now, to sustain the church's educational mission, we re-echo our call for government to guarantee that at least 20% of student intake in Catholic pre-tertiary schools is reserved for Catholic students. That's well articulated here. Now, on point 14 is safeguarding our common home, the environment. The ecological degradation in Ghana is both a profound moral crisis and a spiritual challenge. The Synodal Church recognizes creation not as a commodity to be exploited, but as a covenantal partner deserving of respect and care. Recent data show that Ghana has lost over 5,252 hectares of forest reserves due to illegal mining, otherwise known as galamsey, in 2025, and 44 out of 288 forest reserves are now degraded. Additionally, about 75% of the nation's rivers are now polluted, primarily by mercury and cyanide used in unregulated and irresponsible gold extraction. While we acknowledge the government's efforts so far, for instance, in establishing the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat (NIMOS), the persistent devastation of galamsey compels us to call upon our dear president to announce even more radical action against this menace, including the declaration of a state of emergency in high-risk mining zones, swift prosecution of perpetrators regardless of political affiliation, and the full reclamation of lands ravaged by illegal or irresponsible mining, and establishment of transparent reporting on water as well as food safety indicators. It goes on to talk about corruption and the Citi as well. Let me just continue and bring you some of that. But even before you get to corruption, we commend those chiefs and queen mothers who have fought courageously to protect their communities from the destruction of galamsey, and urge all others to emulate their good example. Additionally, we call upon the entire citizenry to own the fight against galamsey until our land and waters are sanitized and healed. Now, dealing with corruption. 15.1. Corruption erodes justice and peace, weakening public trust in state institutions and the moral fabric of society. Ghana's 2024 Corruption Perception Index score of 42 over 100 ranking 80th out of 180 countries underscores the persistent ethical challenges in governance and public life. It is absolutely imperative that both the Economic and Organized Crime Office (EOCO) and the Office of the Special Prosecutor exercise their mandates with complete independence and are seen to be so by all Ghanaians. They must display the moral authority required for their daunting task. Their investigations must be guided solely by evidence, rule of law, professional ethics without fear or favor, regardless of the political affiliation, social status, or economic power of those under investigation. Now, let me just jump to 15.5. While acknowledging the relative stability of the city, we urge that this should be made to reflect in the prices of goods and services in the country. It goes on to summarize and call for the president to declare state of emergency. I like the consistency of the Catholic bishops. I mean, they were part of the civil society. They were present when the president met civil society to discuss its approach to illegal mining and solicit their support. They were quite impressed with the approach the president and his ministers had outlined at the time. But they have met again between November 7 and 14, and in their communique, they have observed that, look, there is the need for the government to, despite its efforts with NIMOS, focus on declaring the state of emergency again in areas that are proving to be, strongholds of illegal miners. The government must go on all fours again and deal decisively with the illegal mining. We'll be talking to one of the fathers from the Catholic bishops soon, but I like the consistency.
I think think
of
it's
the Catholic
apt
bishops
that they are renewing the calls for the declaration of a state of emergency. For many Ghanaians, I dare say that they do not think that the fight against Galamsey, as enumerated by the president a couple of months back and his ministers, has been successful. We continue to hear of reports of arrests of young men and women on Galamsey sites. What we do not hear are the financiers, the kingpins, some of whom are alleged to be political actors or politicians. You follow the money. You find the source and you nip it in the bud. But if consistently we hear that 200 boys and girls or young men and women arrested on Galamsey site, I don't find that to be adequate. It doesn't give the sense of urgency that is required given the urgent problem. I think also it has been difficult, and critics made this point, difficult to understand how the current fight is framed in law, given that you have Article 31 laying out exactly what the president should do. So I think that the call from the Catholic bishops should be taking the renewed call, let me qualify that, from the Catholic bishops, which will be voicing many of the opinions of Ghanaians, should be taken seriously by the president, by the governors, by the institution fighting, or the institutions fighting Galamsey. We need to feel that the state is being serious about the fight. The call has to be taken seriously, and perhaps given the kind of results, recently there was a report that the NIMOS task force was even being impersonated, and there was a intervention by state security, which was good. But it means that we need to revisit this plan. It appears it's not working, and perhaps the time has come for us to go to Article 31.
Okay. You know, during his recent interaction with the civil societies, he mentioned that once the national security, personnel, those in charge...
I want you to ask Godfred why he appears fatigued. To comment on...
There's a reason I'm not looking his way yet, because... I'm not looking his way yet, because
he will not be the only Ghanaian who's experiencing that fatigue. Godfred.
People are enamored with that conversation, but the distraction is still ongoing, and the first
Before Godfred comes in, I also would want to know the status of the revocation of the LI 2462. We know that an instrument was laid in Parliament. We are not expecting that maybe in 2-3 weeks it's revoked, but it will be good to get an update from the sector minister. Godfred.
Well, look, I'm happy that the Catholic Bishops' Conference has waded into this again. I share Kakra's comments on the consistency, because without the consistency, we won't get much. If we've been consistent at this for over a decade, and look how far we've come. We haven't moved much. Okay, we're still getting the updates. NIMOS seems to be everywhere, but I'm still saying, last week there were reports that one of the so-called kingpins had been caught, Yaya, in Osino. Hopefully, we see something out of that. We want to see more of those. But sometimes I am
this
hesitant.
Was the gentleman who attempted
tried
bribing
the,
the tax force.
When we tend to misuse the word kingpin. Everybody, look, when we say a kingpin, a kingpin is somebody who controls a large illegal grouping. You understand? And those are the ones that we are looking for. The ones who control regions, the ones who move millions of dollars. Not mid-tier, not low tier, and basically definitely not the bottom ranks. Okay, so that is the level that we are expecting. We are happy they are getting rid of the Changfans. The EPA is working on that. We also need them to be consistent.
True.
With that, because for them to be consistent, they need resources. I see the Gold Board has been giving money, the ministry has been giving money and vehicles. all that goes hand in hand. But we still need to see more. We need to see more. When the outcomes are improving, we are the ones who will tell them that, look, we can see that things are getting better. So we should just keep it up. But I'm happy the Catholic Bishops' Conference are saying that line about when necessary, in areas where things are bad, perhaps the state of emergency can be deployed in those areas.
The president in his interaction with the CSOs appreciated the consistency in the conversation and said that we should keep an eye on the government. We should keep talking to them about the work on Galamsey. So that comes in here because clearly you could tell that if we take our eyes off it, the politicians would also lose the impetus to go on with the fight. But he did mention that the day the national security bosses will instruct him to declare a state of emergency, he was going to do that. I don't know if you recall. And it gives me the impression that those who are on the grounds doing the fight, who will trigger that clause for the president to eventually declare a state of emergency, have not found it necessary yet. Meanwhile, on the grounds, their men, including the very leader of the team that is waging the war, are being attacked by these men. So I don't know whether we sitting on the fringes are, I don't know whether we are getting ahead of ourselves, because from what we are seeing, from the water we are seeing, the forest reserves and the reports we have been reading and watching, it's obvious that the Galamseyers are still miles ahead of the team that's supposed to be cracking down on them. We saw the attack on the EPA boss and some journalists since the president met with the CSOs, and that time, of course, they have tried to, as it is, clamp down on some of these warehouses where the chamfans are packed and all. But it appears that since the national security people have not given the president that indication to declare state of emergency, they feel they have a hang on this. But the Catholic bishops here are asking the president that there are still places where the Galamsey is still, ongoing, and then he needs to take decisive action.
Look, I don't see this government doing anything meaningful by way of following this example that many have cited, that state of emergency is the way to go. Look, they won't do it. They won't do it. It's not about national security. Hasn't given me the, that's a cop out. They will not do it. As we speak, we are basking in the glory of becoming the leader in gold production globally. There's so much money that is what is this it or what?
Globally,
Africa, we are the yes.
One, yeah.
And there's so much money that is coming in, and we say we are using that to support the economy and many other things. So, for a government that is serious about fighting illegal mining, if you see it, you know it. But what we have, I don't see anything meaningful happening. They won't do it. It's just we have NIMOS has arrested a few people here. No proper prosecution. Nothing happens. We are deporting the Chinese people who we have caught. That's all you would see.
Sky, let's jump onto the phone because we have Father Michael Kwak, who is the Director for Governance, Justice and Peace at the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, for a very quick conversation. Reverend Father, thank you so much for joining us. Now, in your just ended conference, you had a communique where you've spoken about a number of things, of course, corruption, and then you deal with corruption as well. Now, since your meeting with the president, I believe Catholic bishops were present, CSOs and the president, and your last conference, what is your reading of the fight against illegal mining?
Well, thank you very much, and good morning to you and your cherished listeners. Well, you see, the thing is that the problem has to be understood in its complexity, but also in its magnitude. We understand that the president has a lot to deal with, and not least the problem of Galamsey. But you only have to go to the areas which are affected by Galamsey and know that if 16 out of the 14 regions of Ghana have been taken over by Galamsey, then basically the whole country is in dire straits. So it is not enough then to, as it were, just discuss it. Serious action has to be taken, and maybe it's true that it is not just government that has to work on it. That is why in the communique the bishops asked the whole of the country to own the fight, and it is a fight because those who are benefiting from it, the perpetrators and the kingpins, don't seem to understand what this whole thing means for the health of the nation and for the safety of the nation. And so, yes, we call on government to take even more stringent actions, but we are calling upon the whole of Ghanaians to also own the fight, because the people who do Galamsey, the kingpins, they live in communities. People know them. So let them bring names. Let us name them. Let us deal with them. I just heard one of your panelists speak about that NIMOS will catch a few people and all of that. It is true. I mean, NIMOS is made up of human beings. They can do only as much. But if all of us as a nation see the devastation that this is, bringing to us, then no one can sit unconcerned. So that is why the bishops are calling all of us, to rise up and fight together, because we either swim ashore together or we sink together.
Reverend Father, in the last meeting with the president, once again, I keep going back to that because it gives us a fair idea of the thinking of those who are running the state. He did mention that when the national security chiefs instruct him to declare state of emergency, he would do that. But for now, they are putting in enough measures to fight the canker. But in your statement, you have called on the president to declare state of emergency in high-risk mining zones again. Is it that your reading indicates something different from what the national security operatives may be reading? What are you seeing?
When the president speaks of his consultation with the national security, well, it is well within his right and within his responsibility to do so, because, of course, he needs to be briefed to be able to understand the security implications of declaring a state of emergency. But what the bishops are saying is that the matter we're talking about is not just a matter of national security. People are literally dying. People are dying. You go to the various sites. People are dying. There are mothers who are afraid to feed their children with various foodstuffs and vegetables coming from places. So we're not saying that the president shouldn't listen to those who are experts in security matters. We think he should listen to them. But we're also saying that in those high-risk areas, because we're not asking for a state of emergency for the whole country, we're talking about the high-risk areas, because people are dying by the day. We are killing ourselves by the day. We are poisoning ourselves by the day. So what basically the bishops who are the fathers of us all in spirit are saying is that maybe His Excellency should also put a bit more pressure on his security aspect and to see where we could do very limited, targeted, state of emergency to get things to a certain level. Because you see, the conversation is a very, very serious one. So I mean, it's not as if the bishops are insensitive, no, but because people are dying, and when your house is on fire, well, you try to put it off first before you think of other things. So we understand the president, and we see that he's under a lot of pressure himself. We understand that, and we pray for him and we support him. But we also would want him to put a bit more pressure on those who can advise him to see alternatives to solving the problem. So we're not asking for a state of emergency across board. We say the high-risk areas. Can we have a conversation about that? I think that is the question to explore.
Right. Father Michael, and in the last couple of weeks since the president's encounter and assurance that there was going to be all, buttons will be pushed in fighting this save national security, that is when declaring state of emergency, that is when it becomes necessary. How is the Catholic bishops rating the performance of the government in fulfilling that promise?
The honest truth is that we haven't started to say assess just the government's performance. We have assessed the seriousness of the problem. I'm sure that if we listened to the government and its operatives, they could give us detailed information about what they've done and what successes they've chalked or what difficulties they've met. So that is there. Our concern is about the problem itself. So whilst of course you would see that even in the communique we commend the president and the government for setting up NIMOS and whatever efforts that they are being able to do. But all we are saying is that currently what we have it's not completely cutting it. It's not solving the problem the way we hope it should be solved. So we're not just wanting to criticize government. No, that is not it at all. In fact, we acknowledge the efforts being made by government. All we are saying is that what we are doing, either as government or as a people, is not enough to arrest the problem, because the problem is debilitating, is killing. It is killing. So that's all we're saying. It's not a fight. It's not a statement against the government. We're saying that we all have to now fight even harder. And if we are calling on the whole of the citizenry to rise up and to own the fight, then it is only fair that we also call on government to even do more. So I think that is where the conversation is.
Father, in your statement, for example, you cite that we've lost 5,252 hectares of forest reserves due to illegal mining. That's Galamsey in 2025 alone. And then out of 288 forest reserves, we've had 44 of them now degraded. Additionally, your statement says that about 75% of the nation's rivers are now polluted, primarily by mercury and cyanide used in unregulated and irresponsible gold extraction. Given this fact, it's clear to me that the Catholic bishops are not impressed with the performance of the government in the fight against Galamsey.
As I've said, and I'll repeat, it's not about being impressed or not. We're saying is that more can be done. As it is now, whichever efforts which have been put in place already might be working, but they are not working as hard and as effectively as we think it should. So that is where the conversation is. It is not that we are impressed or not impressed. We're saying that the problem is far from being handled. That is where I think our assessment is. So it is in relation to our collective effort at fighting this, and not merely to criticize government. Of course, government has responsibility to protect the people and property of this nation. So of course, responsibility on doing that first lies on the father of the state to be able to do that. And as we say, we support him in every good effort that he is doing to be able to help us solve it. But we are saying that even more needs to be done, because the fight is far from being won.
Right, let's explore other issues you raised in your communique. The very last point, for example, you talked about the relative stability of the cedi. However, you urged that it should reflect in the prices of goods and services in the country. What is the reading of the Catholic bishops with respect to this?
Well, we want to give commendation and praise where it is due. The cedi, we know, has been relatively stable, in fact, has been doing well, and we needed to acknowledge that. But having done that, we think that we should move from the macroeconomic level to the micro, so that as we say here in Ghana, it will reflect in our pocket. So basically, we are commending government for efforts in dealing with the stability and the strength of our currency. We all know that the city celebrated its 60th anniversary not long ago. So we commend government for government's effort in helping to stabilize the free fall of the city's strength. But we're saying that people still need to feel that this has happened, that they feel it in their pocket, not merely in the figures that are turned out, but that the ordinary person on the street in the market would feel that in fact the city is doing well. So that's what we want to say.
Father, you certainly have a lot of Ghanaians under your purview. That means that from your reading, many are not feeling the performance of the city in their pockets. Is that the reading you're getting?
Well, I think that is for all of us to see. As I say, the government has to be commended for helping stabilize the city, but a good number of people still say, well, until we're able to. So we say, you've done well. Let's see how we manage it to reflect in the day-to-day life of the Ghanaian. So that is just an extra that we hope that government is able to help to be able to make this felt by the ordinary Ghanaian. So that's all. While commending the government for it, we think that it is even more important that that the macro level gives a bit more of impetus to the micro level, that people feel it in their day-to-day life as they go to the market and they realize that if the city is doing well against the dollar, well then prices ought to be seen to be at least stable and not going up. So
Father, Father, to what extent would you say that private citizens and business people also have a role in helping the everyday Ghanaian feel the performance of the city? Because the market queens, the business people, the spare parts dealers, they are the people who set the prices, and they keep telling you they had old stock. It's been more than a year. They've probably finished, they've probably run out to restock, but they are still keeping their figures at the same prices. So if you had the chance to speak to the business person who is deciding the cost or the price of produce or services, what appeal will you make to the Ghanaian business community?
Thank you. Well, I think that this is a very important question and a conversation to have, because we can't put the blame on government, say regulation or effort, because in the end, as you said, those who are stakeholders in this economy would also have to play their part. So our appeal to them is this: that you couldn't possibly make the money alone by still keeping the prices at a level that benefits you alone. The economy grows when we all together stir the pot and rather share the benefits of our economic activity than just a few benefiting. So if the government has done its bit in stabilizing the city, we are pleading with our brothers and sisters who are stakeholders in the market machinery to also let that reflect in their prices. That's how we build a common good. The president cannot do that alone, and so all of us citizens have to do our bit. So we'll appeal to our brothers and sisters who sell. If they have difficulty in bringing the prices down because of old stock and all of that, well, let them have the conversation with the experts who are able to help them manage the prices against the new strength of the city. It is not just enough to say, well, we bought it at a certain price, and so we are selling it at a certain price. So we will plead with them. We'll plead with them to let government effort also show in the prices of things. So we can only plead with them. We can't force them.
Yeah.
But we would only plead with them to price the common good over their own parochial interest.
Thank you for adding your voice to this very important conversation. Finally, in your communique as well, I noticed that you captured the very important issue of conflicts in Binyeri, Boko, Kalba, Bole, and Nkwanta South. I'd like to give you the opportunity to reiterate these points once again.
What we've said as a conference is not new. The conference has always spoken that Ghana is the only country we have, and the good or the peace or the prosperity of one must be the concern of all. So is the suffering and the pain of everyone. So we are pleading with all the factions in these conflict areas to see that not only is their own life valued by all of us, we want them also to value the lives of everyone, because we are good together, but we destroy ourselves if we don't seek the good and the peace of others. So there is nothing that a good and honest dialogue cannot solve.
Very well.
So we call on our brothers and sisters who are in these conflict areas to come to the dialogue table, to talk, to be honest, and to be frank, so that solutions which are near to everyone's good will be found. And whilst we wait for them to come to the table, we want all those who can help, stakeholders who can help bring relief to those who have been displaced, to do so. The church will do its part.
Right.
The church then calls on all those who can bring a bit of relief to those who are affected by it, to help them find a bit more of comfort and solace.
Father Michael Kweku, thank you so much for engaging us this morning. He is the Director for Governance, Justice and Peace at the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. We just went through the communique they released, a very recent one, touching on several issues. You're listening to 97.3. This is the City Breakfast Show. We'll take a very quick break. We'll be back to wrap it all up.
No money and payday is 3 weeks away? How do I fix this? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Fafa can help.
That was Dada Joe before he called Fafa.
Yes, Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers, offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required.
Promo is now extended to 31st December. T's and C's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink, packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink, and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for our January 2026 intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Experience world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right here in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerford, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's the Electroland Xmas are picking warmer promotion. Citi is appreciating and Electroland is offering. Buy Nasco LED TV from $6.99 Ghana cedis. And when you buy Nasco French door, you get a free 5-gas cooker. Buy Nasco 425-liter chest freezer and get free 24-inch TV. Now buy the 545 to 800-liter Nasco chest freezers and get free tabletop fridge. Buy selected TCL smart TVs and get free TV wall bracket, air purifier, and professional monitor. Or you can buy TCL side-by-side fridge and get free 24-inch LED TV. Buy the Samsung QLED 4K Neo TVs from 65 to 100-inch and get your free music frame wireless speaker. Buy Samsung DuraCool Twin Cooling Plus and get free blender or 4-burner gas cooker. Now rush to Electroland showrooms or authorized dealers in Ghana. Call 050-315-9339 or visit www.electrolandgh.com.
Abochuki babi de unya sankofa pepe soup wey you know pepe sankofa sankofa pepper powder sheshe raw sankofa pepper powder me powder sankofa pepper powder me powder sankofa pepper powder
FDA aji ejade nkrato yatum.
So what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Ujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Beats Nation.
2 minutes to the top of the hour. Be prepared to be amazed. Ghana, Kumasi, Accra, Takoradi, Royal Foam is bringing you the biggest sale of the year. Royal Wow Foam promo. Enjoy wonderful discounts from 10 to 50% on all your favorite Royal Foam comfort products. 50% off Luna sofas, 30% off beds, 25% off Chesterfield sofas, 30% off Edinkra L-shaped sofas, and up to 20% off mattresses. This is your chance to experience true comfort and style at prices that will make you smile. Whether you're upgrading your living room or refreshing your bedroom, Royal Foam has the perfect comfort for you at unbeatable prices. These wild deals are for a limited time only, so hurry and make your purchase. Call 020-227 1000. 0202271000. Now, the Chancellor and the Council of Methodist University Ghana induct a distinguished professor of economics as the second Vice Chancellor of the university as follows. Date Thursday, 20th November 2025. Time 3:30 p.m. Venue Wesley Towers Conference Office of the Methodist Church, Ghana, Accra. Did you know that ABSA celebrates your hard work with Abapa? At ABSA, we see your story and reward your commitment with a savings account that offers competitive interest, easy access, and long-term growth. ABSA ensures your money works as hard as you do with Abapa. ABSA helps you build a future worth celebrating. For more information, visit the nearest ABSA branch or our website absa.com.gh or speak to your relationship manager today. We'll see your story and invite you to write it with us. Your story matters, ABSA. Let's top up the hour. Samuel Akom is here with the news at 10. My name is Caleb Kuda. Many thanks for doing the listening. Earlier you heard Bernardino Kokwabler, Godfred Akotobuafo was here, Francisca Kakafosen, Richard Delaskai, Godfred Abeko Odum. The richest man was our help on technical, Fred Tete Jabano and Sheba Arba Benin, together with Edwin Kwal Kofi. And Samuel, of course, gave us technical support in production. Gentleman is right back with the news at 10. Samuel, good morning.
Good morning.